Good evening, everyone. I'm Scott Shastine along with Ken Keller and Chris Barstad. Tonight, the Tullahoma Wildcats host the Shelbyville Golden Eagles in a District 8 AAA baseball game. We are live at beautiful Grider Stadium, Mathis Field, inside the Benz Jordan press box. Tullahoma, a 14-10 winner over Shelbyville last night. So Wildcats trying to get a sweep tonight, Ken, and trying to stay in contention for the top half of the District 8 AAA standings. Right now we'll break, come back with the first pitch, Tullahoma and Shelbyville baseball on the Light Tube Sports
Never
Network.
miss your favorite shows again. For an additional $12 a month, along with your digital television service, Light Tube Cloud DVR lets you record up to 8 programs at the same time. Receive 500 gigabytes of cloud storage and whole home DVR. Call TUA Customer Service to add Light Tube Cloud DVR to your digital television service today at 455-4515.
Welcome back to Tullahoma High School, Grider Stadium. Baseball tonight as the Tullahoma Wildcats host the Shelbyville Golden Eagles. Ken, let's hear the starting lineup first for the visiting Golden Eagles from Shelbyville.
For the Golden Eagles, leading off and playing shortstop will be number 8, Aiden Edwards. Batting second will be the second baseman, Rain Sims, number 5. Batting third will be pitcher A.J. Parker, number 10. Batting cleanup for Shelbyville will be Griffin Williams, the first baseman. Batting fifth will be Hunter Wilhelm, the catcher, wearing number 3. Batting sixth, Brady O'Neill. He's a right fielder wearing number 23. Logan Roberts will bat next. He's number 12 playing center field. Batting eighth and playing third base will be number 2, Caden Thomas. And batting ninth will be number 1, the right fielder, Marquise Wilson.
So that's your starting lineup for the visiting Shelbyville Golden Eagles. And now for the home team, the Tullahoma Wildcats.
For the Wildcats, leading off and playing left field will be number 32, sophomore Jackson Sheffield. Batting second will be right fielder Jacob Dixon wearing number 10. Batting third will be second baseman DJ Dillahay wearing number 21. Batting cleanup and pitching tonight for the Wildcats will be Brody Melton. Batting fifth and playing catcher will be Jerron Morris, number 27. Batting sixth will be center fielder number 9, Joe Duncan. Batting seventh, freshman third baseman number 3, Colton Emery. Batting eighth will be first baseman number 30, Reagan Tomlin. Rounding out the Wildcat lineup tonight will be freshman Evan Tomlin. Number 18 will be playing shortstop.
And the Wildcats are coached by Brian Morris, assisted by Ricky Morris, Travis Sheffield. Golden Eagles coached by Tommy Tuberville. Not Tuberville, Tuberville. It's a tongue twister.
Yes, indeed.
Wildcats and the Golden Eagles. Boy, these two teams have had some tremendous baseball battles over the years. Shelbyville a little bit down this year. William Zebick will throw out the first pitch for the Wildcats. Zebick, of course, a senior on this team. Been injured, likely out for the rest of the year, it seems. William's going to go to Montlow and play baseball next year. So, boy, it's tough. A career gets cut kind of short, Ken. He misses his junior year because everybody missed last year, and then most of his senior year.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because he was pitching well for the Wildcats, logging lots of innings, and so hopefully he can get that hip healthy and have a good career at Montlow State.
So Brody Melton getting the start tonight for the Wildcats, batting cleanup. Brody, big, strong young man, a multi-sport athlete, son of a AAA baseball player, and Ken Brody Strong on the mound.
Oh, he sure is, and he beat Coffee County earlier this year, and he's had some strong pitching performances. He swung the bat well too, but defensively for Tullahoma, we're going to see some lineup changes. Jacob Dixon has moved out from second base to right field. James Sells injured, so he will not play tonight, and Tullahoma will have a freshman at shortstop tonight. So keep an eye on that.
Aiden Edwards will lead off for the Golden Eagles. Edwards, the shortstop, right-handed batter, against Brody Melton as we are underway at Grider Stadium. There's a grounder right back to Melton. Fields it nice and clean. Throw to first, one down.
Well, that's a way to do it right there. One pitch, one out. And so he used his long limbs on that when his wingspan jumped up and stabbed the ball, and 1-3 put out for the first out of the game.
Rain Sims steps in for Shelbyville, the second baseman. It's R-A-I-N-E, Rain Sims.
Tullahoma built a big lead last night at Shelbyville, 9-1, on the strength of a 3-run homer by a freshman, Mr. Evan Tomlin. And Bedford County or Shelbyville bounced back, Scott, and cut it to 14-10, 9-8 at one point in that game.
1-0 the count on Sims. Appreciate you tuning in here on LightTube Channel 23. Live Tullahoma Wildcat Baseball. There's a drive to right field, but foul ball in the Shelbyville bullpen.
Yeah,
So
Dixon.
1-1.
Dixon giving it a chase. We talked about him just a while ago, and showing his versatility, able to play infield and outfield. Just a valuable player for the Wildcats.
Coach Morris obviously trying to work around some injuries and whatnot, try to get a lineup set for tournament time, which is just in a couple of weeks. Off-speed pitch from Melton. 2-1 to count.
I'm going to try to hit the outside corner with a curveball. But, looking at Tullahoma's lineup and talking about the changes, Colton Emery, a freshman, at third base, he had a big double in the last game that we covered last week here for Light Tube. Reagan Tomlin is on first base and Evan Tomlin on shortstop. So some defensive changes definitely on the infield for the Wildcats this game.
Sims unable to catch up with the heat. Fouls it off, 2-2 the count.
Tomlin brothers getting the assignment tonight. That's pretty cool, man. Play with your brother. That happens a lot in the Little League, maybe not so much at the high school level.
2-2 the count on Sims. And Melton throws one in the dirt. Our next broadcast will be in a couple of weeks. It'll be on a Monday night, so we got to make some plans, Ken, but we'll be here May 3rd, 6 o'clock, Tullahoma and Grundy County.
Wildcats 5-3 in district play. Their overall record 13-8.
3-2 pitch is driven into center field. Diving, did he catch it? I don't think any umpire was looking at it. The home plate umpire says it hit the ground. The infield umpire was jogging toward third. He didn't even look at it.
Yeah, no instant replay at the high school level. Duncan sold it well. Came up with it clean. It may have short hopped his glove, but he held it up for the umpires for an extended period of time, but they said, nope, it hit the ground first. So it'll go down as a single there for Rain Sims.
A.J. Parker steps to the plate. Parker, pitcher for the Golden Eagles tonight. Left-handed batter with a man on first and one out. Melton now works from the stretch. And there's a base hit to left field. So the Golden Eagles spraying it around. Sheffield bobbles it just a little bit. Shelbyville's going to try for third and make it. So Sims will be standing at third. Parker goes to second on the throw. And Shelbyville got a little something going here in the top of the first. Runners at second and third with one out.
Yeah, nice job by the number 3 hitter, A.J. Parker, for the Golden Eagles. From hitting from the left side, that pitch was middle out, and he just went with the pitch and punched it to left field down the line. So they're in business. 2 straight hits here.
So we'll get a pinch runner for the pitcher. Stepping in, the cleanup batter, Griffin Williams, first baseman. Melton delivers a breaking ball, strike one.
Well, Sheffield bobbled the ball going towards the line to pick it up, and that allowed the runner, Rain Sims, to advance from second to third, and thus Parker advanced from first to second. So that's very important because it takes force play off for the Golden Eagles.
There's a drive, left field, Sheffield. Steps under, settles under, throws to the plate, not in time, and Shelbyville takes a 1-0 lead on the sacrifice fly by Griffin Williams. Pinch runner remains at second, so 2 outs. Runner at second, and Hunter Wilhelm, the catcher, will bat for the Golden Eagles.
That's going to be an RBI for Griffin Williams, so Shelbyville breaks the ice in the top of the first. Scoring the first run of the game, they get 2 singles and a sac fly. Up 1-0. That ball was just too deep for Sheffield to have any kind of play at the plate on that one.
Beautiful night for baseball here in Televegas. Breaking ball, strike one by Brody Melton. However, if you're just coming out to the ballpark, I would advise you to bring a jacket. It's about to get chilly when the sun goes down.
70 today, 50 tomorrow, right?
That's how we roll in Tennessee, man. That's how we roll. 0-1 the count to Wilhelm. 1-1.
So on the tag up home, where Rain Sims scores, the runner was held at second base, so Parker unable to advance. So they got 2 outs, runner on second here. Brody, sometimes you got to keep the hitters off balance. He threw a first pitch strike curveball, which is going to will make him effective tonight if he can continue to do that.
There's a shot to second, fielded cleanly by Dillahay. Throw to first in time. That'll do it for Shelbyville in the top of the first. 1 run on 2 hits, a man left on base. Tullahoma comes to bat, trailing 1-0 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
This is your internet service at 10 meg speeds. This is internet service at gigabit. No other local provider can match this level of speed. Call us today to get the world's fastest internet.
We move to the bottom of the first. Tullahoma facing A.J. Parker on the mound for Shelbyville. Jackson, Sheffield, Dixon, and Dillahay. Top 3 batters for the Wildcats. Sheffield bats from the left side. Check swing, ball 1. Just haven't seen Jackson get in a groove at the plate yet. Be nice to see that when the tournament starts. Wilson misses a little high. 2-0 the count to Sheffield.
A good eye there. So, you want your leadoff batter to certainly have a good on-base percentage, and one way to do that is draw walks, swing at good pitches.
There's a grounder down the third base line. I think, that looked good from here. It's called foul.
Oh, he's going to have a problem there because he called it fair first, and it was fair. I thought it went right over the base.
Went right over the base.
But he motioned to the right is a fair ball, and then he held his hands up and yelled foul. So he contradicted himself verbally, and that's where the contention is. If you blow it, you got to stick with the call. If you're going to call it one way, you got to immediately stick with that and not reverse it.
Well,
if you're the home plate umpire,
obviously that's not true.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, you got to. I mean, I've umpired. He blew it. If you're going to call it fair, you got to call it.
High ball to Sheffield, 3-1 to count. I think Jackson got robbed of a double.
He did. Yeah, it was definitely a fair ball.
3-1 to count, and Sheffield dances away on ball 4. And advances to first base. So opening a leadoff walk for the Wildcats puts Sheffield at first and Jacob Dixon at the plate.
And net effect is he's on base, but he probably would have been on second base had that been called, stood as fair, because it was just right over the bag. He would have beat the left fielder throw into second base on that. So, but a good start nonetheless for Tullahoma gets the leadoff runner on.
Parker now works from the stretch. And Dixon hammers it to center field, but right at the center fielder. So one down here in the bottom of the first as Jacob Dixon lines out to center. And DJ Dillahay steps to the plate.
Yeah, hit the ball on the nose, and center fielder did a good job. That ball's right at him. He catches it with two hands, so good job by the center fielder. That ball was a rocket.
We don't have access to statistics for the Wildcats, but I'm guessing DJ Dillahay in the top two or three batters for the season. Dillahay's been pretty consistent from what we've seen. There goes Sheffield, and Sheffield steals second base as the shortstop could not handle the throw from the catcher, and Jackson Sheffield now in scoring position with one out and ball one on Dillahay.
Well, the trend of aggressiveness continues with Coach Brian Morris as he steals. Sheffield got a good lead and a good jump over there. I was watching him, and he just crept off and got that extra step and got a good start out of on that one. Good jump.
Dillahay gives it a cut. Misses, 1-1 the count.
The off-speed pitch there by the Shelbyville pitcher, A.J. Parker. And now Tullahoma has a runner here in scoring position, down 1-0 in the first inning, bottom of the first.
Dillahay grounds it to third, foul. Fielded cleanly by Coach Morris. And a nice throw back to the pitcher. 1-2 the count on Dillahay.
Probably going to see something off speed here on 1-2 count. Probably a curveball out of the strike zone.
Dillahay grounds it to second. Bobbled. Dillahay safe. E4 on Shelbyville. We saw their defense in pregame. It was not solid, and we're seeing that now as Sheffield's on third, Dillahay's on first. Reached on an error, and Brody Melton, the pitcher, steps up with a chance to help himself immensely.
Yeah, critical error there by the Golden Eagles second baseman, Rain Sims. He kind of fisted him, came in on him a little bit. He hit it off the handle weakly to the right side, and Sims just could not come up with it, booted it. Sheffield's on third base, first and third.
Good speed for Dillahay running down that line as well. Parker's pitch in the dirt. It's 1-0 count to Melton. Wind blowing out just a little right now, looks fairly calm. Flag out in center field, but there are gusts.
The Tullahoma cleanup hitter with an opportunity to tie this game up or more.
Throw to first. Dillahay back in time.
We'll see if Tullahoma has the steal on. As you said, good wheels on first base. You kind of want to take that force play out of effect. He's got a big lead.
There he goes. Strike in there to Melton, and Dillahay still second without a throw. Not want to risk Sheffield coming home, so Dillahay gets the stolen base. Tullahoma has two runners in scoring position for Melton. 1-1 count.
Golden Eagle defense in. They want to play at the plate here on the infield. All the way around. That pitch almost hit him, a high inside curveball, and just missed Brody on that one. Middle infielders have backed up a little bit. They're about mid-range here.
2-1 pitch from A.J. Parker. Way outside. 3-1 the count. With Jaron Morris on deck and Joe Duncan in the hole for the Wildcats.
Well, you wonder if the pitcher may be pitching around Brody here a little bit. We saw him hit a home run against Coffee County here in the first game we covered of this on the season, and you don't want to give this guy a meat pitch that he can jack out.
And they did not. So Melton walks. Tullahoma has the bases loaded with just one out, and Morris, the freshman, steps to the plate. Like Duncan, Morris has moved up in the lineup, in the batting order anyway.
Jaron Morris.
Yeah, we've been impressed with him. We've seen him at third base this year and at catcher. And I think he's played some first this year as well. So
played first our last
talented young
game.
man.
Yeah.
Versatile athlete. Where's number 27? Getting some valuable experience as a freshman.
1 out, bases loaded for the Wildcats. Missed outside, no place to put Morris.
Well, we had 24 runs last night, and this one's kind of, Shelbyville scores 1 in the first. They get 2 hits. Tullahoma's loaded the bases here in their bottom half of the first.
Outside corner, 1-1 to count. Who's our pinch runner? James Sells
Okay.
running at first for the Wildcats in place of pitcher Melton.
Sales with good speed, so Tullahoma 3 runners with excellent speed on the bases.
Parker's pitch high to Morris, 2-1 to count.
A big opportunity for Mr. Morris here to get him some RBIs. 2-1. If he gets a good pitch to hit, he'll be swinging here.
Tell you, that right center field gap, he can run for days. There's a grounder to first. Oh, first baseman may have made a mistake there. He probably should have gone home with that, but steps on the first base bag. Sheffield scores, and we're tied at 1.
I agree with you, Scott. He was in the grass, a 2-hopper to him at first. He took a look. Looked like Sheffield was halfway down the third base line. A good throw would have got the force play at home, but he elects to take the easy out at first, so Tullahoma ties it up.
We'll take that. Joe Duncan steps to the plate with runners at second and third and 2 outs.
That's going to go down as 3 unassisted.
So Sheffield's leadoff walk pays off in a run for the Wildcats.
Yeah, he will get an RBI on that. So Duncan moving up in the batting order. Batting number 6 tonight. He's done a good job in center field this year for us as well. Just about made that circus catch, that diving catch in center field in the top of the first. He thought he had it. Umpire said no.
Beautiful pitch in there. Strike 2 on Joe Duncan. Well, you got to be impressed with how many of these Tullahoma players are multi-sport athletes,
Absolutely. They're competitors. They're gritty. And it just makes you, you work all those different body groups, muscle groups, and, just competing. Tullahoma had a great football season, 12-1. We've got multiple players out here, Brody pitching, Sheffield, Duncan, Dixon,
Dillahay.
Tomlins, Dillahay. Yep.
That's what I say. Almost all of them.
Yeah.
At least 2 sports, some of them 3. Duncan swings and misses. Throw down to first is in time, and Tullahoma is done for the bottom of the first. But the Wildcats tie it up, 1 run on no hits and a runner left. We've played 1. We're tied at 1 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Did you know that Tullahoma Utilities Authority has a solar farm right here in Tullahoma? For as little as $4 a month, you can support solar energy production and breathe a little easier, knowing you're taking positive action to reduce your carbon footprint. Call 455-4515.
Welcome back
today.
to Grider Stadium, top of the 2nd inning. Along with producer Chris Barstad and Ken Keller, I'm Scott Shastine. Pleased to have you along here on the Light Tube Sports Network. We appreciate you tuning in. Tullahoma and Shelbyville tied at 1 here, as Brody Melton will face Brady O'Neill, Logan Roberts, and Caden Thomas here in the top of the 2nd inning. Let's see if Melton can find himself a groove. A little high, maybe inside, 1-0 the count.
Got the opportunity, Scott and I did, to talk to Brody's dad, Sam, before the game. He's hoping to play baseball or football somewhere after his high school days.
Catches the inside corner, 1-1 the count.
But he's just a junior, so we get to see him on the gridiron again next season and
Oh, yeah.
And this baseball diamond.
And the basketball court.
Yeah. 3-sport athlete.
1-1 the count on O'Neal. Off-speed pitch there missed. 2-1.
That curveball had a lot of bend on it, just stayed high. So leadoff hitter ahead in the count, Brady O'Neal, the right fielder for the Golden Eagles.
Tullahoma's outfield pretty tight. Not a lot of respect for O'Neal's power. He fouls it off. Back on the Rudy Hensel track here at the sports complex behind Tullahoma High School. Beautiful football field, baseball stadium, both stadiums just gorgeous. Great football practice field. Nice field house. Tennis courts are in excellent shape. And at some point there'll be about a $15 million facility down here through the Grove Foundation. 2-2 the count on Brady O'Neal.
You know, the Grove family, they love baseball too. All their boys played up. Tony won several state
There's
championships.
a liner to third. Gets into left field for a base hit. It's going to be at least 2 bases for O'Neal. He's not the fastest runner, so he stops at second with a leadoff double.
You know, that's a frozen rope right down the left field line. And, yeah, as you said, stand-up double for Brady O'Neal.
Tell you, it got right over Colton Emery's head.
Yeah.
Just about 6 inches above his glove. So O'Neal doubles, and Logan Roberts, the center fielder, steps to the plate for the Golden Eagles.
Already 3 hits for Shelbyville in this game. Score tied 1-1. We're in the top of the second inning.
Throw down to second. O'Neal back in time. Don't see catchers throw down to second too many times to chase a runner back.
Well, Tullahoma's catchers have been aggressive throwing back to bases. We've seen Caden Tucker do it several times here in some telecasts previously.
And that's Morris, the freshman, back there tonight. 1-0 the count to Roberts. Roberts, beautiful bunt down the third base line. Sacrifice bunt is effective. Roberts out at first, and the runner advances to third.
That's about as good as you can bunt the ball. The lefty just punches it down the third base line, but that's an excellent poise there by the Tullahoma third baseman, Colton Emery. Calmly fielded the ball, planted his feet, made a strong throw to first to nip him. Big out right there.
Very close play at first
Sure
base.
was.
Caden Thomas steps in for Shelbyville, the third baseman. Batting here with a runner at third and 1 out.
You know, 9 different ways that a young man can score from third base in the game of baseball. So Shelbyville just looking for one of those ways. Tullahoma looking for a strikeout here.
When are you going to go through those 9 for us?
Well, there's
Boom.
Oh,
Hit by pitch is Caden Thomas as Melton plucked him in the leg. And Thomas trots to first. Runners on the corners now with 1 out. Right fielder Marquise Wilson steps in for Shelbyville.
well, one of them that you don't want to do is you don't want to balk or wild pitch the guy home. You want to make them, if they're going to earn it, make them get the hit. But you know, there's multiple possibilities. Now that ball actually was behind the batter. Brody threw that one behind Caden Thomas. So first and third, Shelbyville will probably, maybe on pitch 2, you know, take a pitch or 2 and try to steal this runner to second. If Tullahoma throws down, they'll break the runner from third and try to steal home.
The strategy of baseball. There goes the runner. Pitches outside. Throw down to second. In time. Oh, must have missed the tag because it was in plenty of time. And here comes Brian Morris. It appeared to be in plenty of time.
Yeah, surprise. You know, I used to teach my runners on third, you know, if the ball leaves the catcher's hand and you see it clear the pitcher's head and they throw to second behind you, you take off from third. So, but he was not going Kind of surprised me. He held up on that one.
It's a great throw by
It
Morris.
was. It was. But you know, what's got to happen is Morris got to make a great throw. The shortstop's got to catch it, apply the tag, and then shoot a long throw all the way back home. That's hard to perfect and make all those throws and catches and still get the runner. So got a little argument here. Scott, what do you think? Do you think we got him?
I think I'll just say I'm not impressed by the infield umpire tonight so far. That's all I got to say about that.
I got you.
Shockingly enough, Brian Morris did not win that argument.
Yeah.
So with runners at second and third, the count is 1-0 on Marquise Wilson.
We have Caden Thomas on second. He was hit by a pitch, stowed second. Brady O'Neill now on third with the leadoff double. So 1 down, 0-1 count. You know, Tullahoma just loaded the bases, and Shelbyville trying to do the same thing here.
1-1 the count on Wilson. And Brody Melton delivers. Inside, almost nipped Wilson.
Yeah.
2-1 the count.
Yeah, Brody having some command issues. He threw behind Caden Thomas, and that one nearly hit
Wilson.
this batter, Wilson. And you don't want to do that with the number 9. You want to expire this guy. You want to strike him out.
High ball 3. So Brody so far not sharp. And Golden Eagles trying to take advantage of it here in the top of the second.
Pitching himself into a little jam here.
Swung on and missed. Wilson, I think, probably swung at ball 4. But we'll take it. Full count now.
Yeah, I agree. And, yeah, that pitch was in his eyes. Helped us out on that one. We'll take it. For sure.
Like in Wilson's cleats. Got the blue and gold of Shelbyville. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Called. Strike 3. And Wilson knows he should have been at first base. 2 down here with runners at second and third. And we go back to the top of the order with Aiden Edwards, who grounded out back to the pitcher in the first inning.
Yeah, that was an enormous punch out there. Backwards K with, on the 3-1 count, he did swing at ball 4. So they would have, the bases loaded in 1 out versus 2 outs in second, third is a big deal. Big difference in baseball.
Curveball in there, strike 1. Melton has some nice movement on tonight. Just location has been an issue.
Well, we've seen him, able to get first pitch strikes with his curveball tonight, and that's certainly helping him.
Grounder too short. Tomlin, throw to first in time, and Tullahoma escapes the top of the second. For Shelbyville, no runs on 1 hit and 1 man left. Tied at 1 here at Grider Stadium on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority Light Tube Fiber Internet offers true gigabit service to our customers. We pride ourselves on speed, but the backbone of that speed is local tech support, unmatched customer service, and professional service technicians. To sign up, call 455-4515 to gain the reassurance of Light Tube reliability.
The bottom third of the batting order coming up for the Tullahoma Wildcats here in the bottom of the second inning. Tullahoma and Shelbyville tied at 1. Ken, a big series going on tonight between Lincoln County and Coffee County. Tullahoma right there in the mix for second place, but they need things to fall right.
Yeah, and it's not doing so. They needed Coffee County really to sweep Lincoln County. Lincoln County leads 7-2, 9-2 in the top of the 7th. Only 1 out left in the game to get.
A.J. Parker's first pitch to Colton Emery is outside ball 1.
Well, we saw Emery bang out, hit one to the warning track last week in that game against Lincoln County. We were impressed with his power. This kid's got a big swing.
He was going for the warning track on that swing.
Sure was.
Missed it. 1-1 to count. Big cut there, a little bit out in front of it. 1-2.
Yeah, he's seen a dose of curveballs right here from Parker. Nice curve on that one. As Emery falls behind 1-2 in the count.
Parker trying to get him to chase one outside. Emery with good discipline there. 2-2 now on freshman Colton Emery.
Catcher Hunter Wilhelm tried to frame that pitch, but it was clearly out of the strike zone.
One of 3 freshmen in the starting lineup for the Wildcats tonight. Parker misses outside. The count is full on Emery.
Both pitchers throwing lots of pitches here early. You know, Tullahoma, Brody Milton gave up a leadoff double, and Shelbyville stranded 2 runners last inning. Unable to score.
Grounder to second. Throw to first, just in time to get Emery. And one down here in the bottom of the second. Reagan Tomlin will step in. Tomlin playing first base tonight for the Wildcats.
Yeah, his younger brother actually threw out 6-3, ground out from the end of the inning for Shelbyville shortstop to first. So the 2 brothers combined to get that out to end the inning for going into this half.
Batting back-to-back in the 8 and 9 slot tonight for the Wildcats. Tomlin, grounder to second, big hop, throw to first, in time. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the second, and Evan Tomlin now will step in against A.J. Parker, try to get Tullahoma a 2-out rally started.
Yeah, I thought Rain Sims made a good play defensively, kind of an in-between hop. He had that high hop, so he retreated back to it. Collier had plenty of time to make the throw. So 2 up, 2 down. Let's see what Tomlin can do. He had a 3-run homer in last night's game, so the big blow for the Wildcats in that 14-10 win at Shelbyville.
You know, you don't often have a guy that can hit it out in the number 9 spot.
No, it's quite a luxury, no doubt about it. So this kid's got promise if he's a freshman, already hitting home runs in varsity games.
And by the end of the football season was playing meaningful snaps in varsity games.
Mm-hmm.
Another multi-sport athlete. 1-1 to count on Evan Tomlin with 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Tullahoma and Shelbyville tied at 1. There's a drive into left field. It is caught. 3 up and 3 down for the Wildcats. We've played 2 at Grider Stadium. Shelbyville and Tullahoma tied at 1. You're watching the Light Tube Sports Network.
Specifically played into our mission when we separated from our parent company and became an employee stock ownership program. We had to be disconnected from a large network and exist on our own. We needed relatively high speed connectivity, which we got at about a 200% discount with Light Tube. Businesses can get beyond what most businesses in the country can get from Light Tube as far as internet connectivity.
We move to the top of the third here on Light Tube. Tullahoma and Shelbyville tied at 1. The 2, 3, and 4 batters for the Golden Eagles. Rain Sims leads it off. He singled and scored Shelbyville's only run in the first inning. Second baseman for the Golden Eagles against Brody Melton on the mound. There's a drive to right center. That's going to fall in the gap for a hit. Nice cutoff there by Dixon.
Sure was.
Holding Sims to a single. That's the kind of play that doesn't show up in the box score, Kim. That's saved 2, maybe 3 bases.
Oh, no doubt about it. That ball goes to the fence. It's a stand-up triple, no doubt. Dixon used his football wide receiver speed to go cut that one off. So excellent range by the Tullahoma right fielder.
And Rain Sims is 2 for 2 tonight with Parker at the plate. Parker also singled in the first inning, and Melton's throw to first, not in time.
Well, part of the fun coming to a ballpark is cutting up with the guys in the press box during commercials. So we got, Chris Sales, Chris Barstead, Jeff Banks up here, and we had a good old time cutting up with them, didn't we, Scott?
Nothing.
In between innings.
I know nothing. I didn't hear a thing, didn't say nothing. I don't think I'm even here. If anybody asks, it's always my stance. You know that whenever you start talking about the 70s and 80s, I say, I wasn't there. I don't know anything about that. Parker with a man on first, outside, ball one.
Well, that's what it takes to make a successful program work. You know, just all the volunteers to, put the signs up on the fence, keep the scoreboard going, keep the music going. Lots of volunteers through the Booster Club. These parents are active and supporting their kids out here because these make lifelong memories. High school baseball.
And Melton hits Parker right between the 1 and the 0. And once again, Tullahoma's in a jam here in the top of the third with runners at first and second and nobody out. And the cleanup batter, Griffin Williams, to the plate. Williams hit a sacrifice fly in the first inning, drove in Sims. So the top of this Shelbyville order is giving Brody Melton fits.
Yeah, Brody having some command issues right now. A.J. Parker looked like Peter Parker, Spider-Man, trying to evade that pitch behind him, but he just could not do it. 2 on, nobody out.
And again, a pinch runner at first for the Golden Eagles. With the cleanup hitter, Williams. Tempted, but held back, ball one.
4 hits this far for the Golden Eagles in this baseball game.
We're tied at 1 in the top of the third inning. Beautiful bunt laid down by Williams. Throw to first is not in time. Runner will score for Shelbyville. And the man ends up at third. So Rain Sims scores for the Golden Eagles on the error by Tullahoma. And Shelbyville has runners on the corner with nobody out, leading 2-1.
Well, let's recap that one. So Rain Sims scores. That was a sac bunt, but a throwing error on the first baseman. Beautiful bunt laid out there between catcher and first. And Tomlin comes in trying to field it, does the big left-hander, and just short throws it to the second baseman that rolled over to cover that one. That's Dillahay. And the ball just trickles away. Collision at first between Dillahay and the runner. Runner from second advances to third. So a bunt can cause lots of problems if placed properly, and that's what happened on that one.
Hunter Wilhelm at the plate for Shelbyville. Wilhelm grounded out in the first inning. He's got a chance to add to Shelbyville's run total here in the top of the third. Runners on the corner, nobody out.
Golden Eagles have had 2 excellent bunts in the first 3 innings of this baseball game. 1 down third, 1 down first.
I don't understand why you don't see more.
Yeah, it's hard to defense. I mean, you gotta charge the ball. You're worrying about, hey, I got time to get the runner, especially multiple runners on base.
Especially in high school.
Oh yeah, it's tough.
Tough. There's a lot of grass there.
There sure is.
Melton struggling to find the plate. 3-0 the count on Hunter Wilhelm with Brady O'Neill on deck. O'Neill doubled his last time up.
You got to give Adam Turbeville some credit for playing small ball tonight. He's forcing the Tullahoma defense into some pressurized situations.
3-0 pitch, grounded to short, could be 2 over the head of Tomlin. That was a tricky hop. Shelbyville scores a run. I would count that as a base hit from my angle, as Tomlin really never had a chance.
Yeah, we're going to call that a bad hop single is what that's called. Yeah, he looked poised to take it on a big hop. Looked like he was in good position. The ball just jumped up and skyrocketed over his head at the last second there. So that's going to be an RBI, and that's going to put the Golden Eagles, give them another run here.
Shelbyville leads Tullahoma 3-1. Runners on first and second with Brady O'Neill at the plate. O'Neill led off the second inning with a double. And he lines it into left center field. Sheffield giving chase. Sheffield can't catch up with it. Shelbyville's going to score 1. They're going to score 2. And runner stopped at third. Brady O'Neill has an RBI double for the Golden Eagles. Shelbyville leads 4-1.
Well, he ripped one to left down the left field line his first time up for a double, and he burned Sheffield on that one. So 2 doubles for Brady O'Neill. This one an RBI double.
O'Neill stands at second base. Wilhelm is at third. And Logan Roberts to the plate. Roberts had a sacrifice bunt in the second inning. See if they try to get another run with a bunt here. Still nobody out.
Yeah, 3 runs in, 4-1 lead for Shelbyville.
Melton finds the plate there. 0-1 the count.
Logan Roberts had that sack bunt. We talk about small ball down the third base line. Be careful for a squeeze play possible here. If this guy can handle the bat well and bunt, just like he did last time, a squeeze play could be in effect here.
Tullahoma not anticipating that. And he did indeed try to bunt it. Bunted it foul, 0-2 the count.
Yeah, that was a safety squeeze because the runner held up about halfway. You know, the straight suicides where the runner just barrels all the way down the line from third to home, whether or not the batter, you know, got to put the ball in play. But that was a safety squeeze, so no harm.
It's just a matter of time before the PC police eliminate the term suicide squeeze.
You're right.
There's a grounder to second. Dillahay throws to first. Tullahoma gets 1 out. Shelbyville gets another run. Golden Eagles lead it 5-1. And the RBI there for Logan Roberts. And now Caden Thomas will step to the plate. Thomas is hit by a pitch in the second inning.
You know, if Shelbyville playing complimentary ball, you got runners on second, third, and a left-hander up. All you want to do is hit the ball to the right side, first or second on the ground, and that advances the runners, and that's what happens. So it gets him an RBI right there on the ground out second to first.
Tullahoma's middle infield sneaks in, try to get the play at the plate, and for the third time tonight, Brody Melton hits a batter. This time it's Caden Thomas. Shelbyville again, runners on the corner with 1 out. And Marquise Wilson stepped to the plate. Wilson struck out in the second.
Well, that's the second time Caden Thomas has been plunked. HBP, hit by pitch, and that's the third hits batsman of the game for Brody Melton. He's hitting the second this inning. He hit Parker, and he's hit Thomas now here in the top of the third. 5-1. Tullahoma had the big lead last night. Shelbyville working out to a lead tonight.
There's a strike on the outside corner. Wilson with a chance to add to the Shelbyville lead. Runners at first and third. Just 1 out.
And Brody struck him out looking the first time. He needs to replicate that again.
There goes the runner. Melton steps off the rubber, and now there's a rundown at the plate. Play at the plate is out. Play at third is out.
Wow, that's going to be a momentum-changing play right there.
So Wilson will lead off the fourth for Shelbyville. For the Golden Eagles, 4 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits, and nobody left on base. We move to the bottom of the third. Shelbyville leads Tullahoma 5-1 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Does your family love to stream movies and use multiple Wi-Fi enabled devices? But are you finding out that your run-of-the-mill router simply can't keep up? Don't worry, LightTube has you covered with our internet router service for only $9.95 per month. Get back to what your family loves doing. Call us today at 455-4515 to learn more.
Shelbyville scores 4 in the top of the third. And so the Wildcats playing catch-up now. Lead off the third inning with Jackson Sheffield. Parker's pitch outside, ball 1.
They have 4 runs on 3 hits. Tullahoma committed one error, no runners left on base. That base running blunder could prove costly as this game progresses.
Sheffield walked to open the first inning and scored Tullahoma's only run. Stoll second.
He walked after we thought he had an apparent double erased by the on-plate umpire.
Sheffield just a little bit underneath and behind that one. 2-1 to count. as it is fouled away. Almost parked my car nice and tight up here tonight, Ken. The parking lot was packed for the JV game.
It sure was.
And I thought against it. Sheffield lines it to center field, and it is going to go to the wall. Sheffield will stand up at third base with a triple. Jackson Sheffield finally got hold of one with us here, Ken.
Yeah, he
nice
did.
To see.
It sure did. He barreled that one up, man. He just ripped it to center field right in the gap, and in that power alley out there for a nice triple there.
So leadoff triple for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the third inning, and Dixon steps in with a chance to drive in a run.
Tullahoma quickly in business here to start the bottom of the third, down 5-1. That was Tullahoma's first base hit of the ball game.
Yeah, it was. Dixon fouls it away. 1-1 to count.
Now Parker got us 1-2-3 last inning. We got him for 1 run in the first. And Sheffield looking to score his second run of the game.
Parker delivers outside, ball 2.
Shelbyville beat Tullahoma 4-3 in the JV game before this one, the junior varsity game tonight.
And Dixon lines it to left field. That's going to get past the left fielder. Dixon will have multiple bases. Sheffield scores, and Jacob standing on second. So A.J. Parker is fooling nobody here in the bottom of the third, as both Sheffield and Dixon solid hits. Dixon with a double.
Yeah, so back-to-back extra base hits for the Wildcats, 1 and 2 hitters, and of course Dixon ripped one to center field, just right at the center fielder his first time up, so he's hit the ball on the nose twice.
RBI for Jacob, and A.J. Dillahay steps in. Caught the corner, strike 1.
So we got A.J. against DJ here. Yeah, RBI there for Dixon. Sheffield scores 5-2.
That's very perceptive of you, Ken.
Yes.
Gets away from the catcher, and Dixon's at third base. So that'll go as a pass ball.
Yeah, definitely pass ball. Some activity in the Tullahoma bullpen. See number 32 coming out. We'll try to get a number here. Let's see.
That's Sheffield.
It sure is. So Jackson gets.
Wait a minute. A Sheffield can pitch? Nah. Come on. Couldn't be. Dixon at third. Dillahay steps in, 1-1 to count. Tullahoma trailing Shelbyville 5-2, but threatening here with nobody out in the bottom of the third inning.
And DJ reached on an error the first time up as he dribbled one to the second baseman that he booted, and that allowed Sheffield to score.
Outside, ball 3. Dillahay trying to work a walk. See if they turn him loose on a 3-1 count.
Should get a good pitch, good fastball to hit here. 3-1, you pretty much got to throw a fastball here.
Melton on deck for the Wildcats.
You don't want to walk him, so he got pitched to him.
Dillahay pops it up. Headed toward the Shelbyville dugout. Towards our friend Zach Birdsong over there, but bounces harmlessly out of play. And it's a full count now on DJ Dillahay.
Boys, just right out there, where the pitcher, first baseman, and catcher had to make a long run for it, and just catcher dove for it, made a great effort just out of his grasp. Luckily for DJ Dillahay, gets another swing.
Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. As we head down the home stretch of the 2021 baseball season, and Dillahay gets plucked on the left shoulder on a 3-2 pitch and trots to first base. He never moved.
A definite trend tonight.
17, Brody.
Well, the trend is that players no longer move
Yeah.
when a ball's heading at them.
Yeah, I saw last week, I think an Atlanta Brave pitcher set a record for hitting 4 batters in the first inning of a Major League game. I think the last time that was done with the Braves was like 1907.
Was that the night after or the night before they hit 4 home runs in the first inning?
That was before. Yeah.
So Brody Melton steps in with runners on the corners. One big swing from Brody, and it's a tie game. Outside ball.
There's still no outs. Sheffield tripled, Dixon doubled. Dillahay hit by a pitch. Melton walked his first time up. Big lead on first.
Nice breaking ball for Parker.
Sure
1-1 to count.
Yeah, Brody was sitting on fastball all the way on a 1-0 count there with 2 on.
Thing looked like a grapefruit. coming in
Curveball.
there.
It sure did. Excellent pitch on the outside corner. First swing gets a swing and miss.
Parker steps off. Now resets.
Lights now on here at Grider Stadium.
Throw to first. Not in time.
Well, danger about throwing behind the runners. That ball trickles away just a little bit. That runner from third. Dixon's got good speed. He showed that to us when he cut that ball off in the gap in the top half of this inning.
Oh, great speed on the base pass for Tullahoma right now. Melton, big cut, missed it. 1-2 the count. Brody's trying to tie this thing up
Sure
with that
was.
swing.
Yep. Well, he's got to cut his swing down a little bit here and just try to go for a base hit, not necessarily an extra base hit. Hit the ball hard somewhere. 1-2, he's down in the count, no outs. Well, Sharp certainly keeping an eye on Dillahay over there, thinking he may go here. And if you're the Wildcats, certainly you want to take the force play off where they can't get a double play here. Shelbyville will try to turn a double play to give up the run at third to stay out of the big inning.
There goes the runner. Ball's in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher. Here comes Dixon. He scores. So Tullahoma, not the stolen base. Pass ball or wild pitch?
I'm going to say wild pitch. That ball was way out. Too tough for the catcher to handle that
So
one.
Dillahay advances to second on the wild pitch. Dixon scores on the wild pitch. Tullahoma's cut the deficit to 2 runs. And Melton still at the plate now with a 2-2 count.
Well, that takes some pressure off Melton. That runner's in there, and the force play's off, so no threat of a probable double play. No threat of a double play here, really. Unless he hits a liner right back at somebody, and runner gets called off, but that's a slim chance.
Really good speed for Dillahay. Need to get that run home. Do the Wildcats. There's still nobody out
No outs.
here in the bottom of the third. High, 2-2, 3-2, the count on pitcher Brody Melton.
Well, this game may come down to who's got the most effective reliever. Lots of runs last night, 14-10, so teams used multiple pitchers last night.
It's time of year where that bullpen gets thin. Parker's pitch, a little tight. Melton works the walk. And Jaron Morris will step up. Jaron had an RBI his last time up.
Underrated at-bat there for Brody. He worked back from a 1-2 count, fouled a pitch off, and then drew the walk. So that's a good piece of hitting. Sometimes that's what you got to do.
Sells
your
will
team
run
here.
for Melton at first base. And Shelbyville will meet at the mound. Might we have a pitch and change here? The Golden Eagles lead the Wildcats 5-3 here in the bottom of the third inning. Tullahoma has runners at first and second, and DJ Dillahay and James Sells. Nobody out, and Jaron Morris, freshman, at the plate for the Wildcats.
He had an RBI ground out to first in the first inning, so he knocked Sheffield in the first. Sheffield scored on his ground out to first. first baseman.
So what did Coach Turbeville have to say to A.J. Parker, you think?
Well, just calm down. Look, you're through the top four of the lineup. You got to pitch to contact now, young man. You got, let your defense work behind you. Calm down, breathe out here, follow through, keep the ball down, pound the strike zone.
I like it. I hope he does that because I don't trust his defense.
Well, he's been plagued by pass balls and wild pitches. Really, both pitchers tonight have, both starting pitchers. So
high, ball one to Morris.
The plate certainly moving around on him right now. He's having trouble locating the strike zone. Well, he's got the last two batters hit batsman in a walk. 1, 2, 3 walks thus far in the game for Sharp.
Morris shows bunt, backs away, 2-0 the count. Keep that infield guessing.
Jackson Sheffield continues to warm up in the Tullahoma bullpen under the watchful eye of his father, Travis, out there. Nobody loosening up in the Golden Eagle bullpen right now.
Morris bunts it down the third base line. Throw to first in time. Runners advance. So the sacrifice bunt for Morris. Sells is at second. Dillahay is at third with 1 out, and Joe Duncan.
Yeah, effective job. He advanced the runners there, but he's certainly with his speed. He's got great speed, this young man does. He was once he put that down, he was thinking hit all the way. And so nice bunt out from the catcher, but the catcher did a good job of rounding the baseball, squaring his shoulders up, and making an effective throw to first base just to get him. So that's the first out of the inning. But Morris does his job for the Wildcats.
Duncan with a chance to drive in a couple here with a base hit. Swung on and missed by Joe.
Yeah, Joe doesn't get cheated up there. That's for sure. He struck out his first time. We saw him get a couple extra, some couple doubles against, I think Franklin County game he had a double, and the Coffee County game both here in that right center field gap. We could use one of them right now.
The free fans in right field holding up the target sign for Joe.
Are they really?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. They sure are out there by the field. Look at that. Got the bullseye sign up, Scott. You got good eyes, man. That's
kind of hard to miss.
Yeah.
0-2 the count on Duncan.
It's about 330 feet out there, I guess, to that point. So, again, you got a left-handed batter up. You just hit a ground ball to the right side, second or first. You got good speed with Dillahay on third. That gets the runner in. If you're the pitcher, you just don't want to throw a wild pitch here.
Just missed outside 1-2.
That's a good pitch by Sharp. He wanted that strike 3 call just off the plate with a curveball on the outside corner to the lefty. Shelbyville defense back in the middle. Thought they may come in and play on the grass, but they're not.
Parker turns, throws to second. They've got Sales picked off. Now here comes Dillahay coming home. There's out number 2 at the plate as Tullahoma a little too far off the base. Had Sales picked off at second. And so Dillahay left for home, had to. And very similar to what Shelbyville did.
Yeah, both teams making unforced base running errors. And you're right, they turn around, they had Sales trapped between second and third, and the shortstop literally throws the ball to home, makes a good throw, and they get Dillahay sliding head first into home.
So 2 down now, Sales at third, and the count, no count. On Duncan. Yeah, there's got to be something. 2-2 the count on Joe Duncan. Cats trail by 2 here in the bottom of the third of what has been a slow baseball game.
Duncan seeking a clutch 2-out hit right here.
Checked his swing, but not in time. Called strike 3. Tullahoma in the bottom of the third scores 2 on 1, 2 hits, and a runner left. We have played 3 at Grider. Shelbyville leads 5-3 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Tell your pa, tell your sister, tell your dog, all right. We gotta get it together, together. I'm crazy for you, I'm so crazy for you, all right. I'm crazy for you, I'm so crazy for you, all right. I'm sick of feeling blue, I'm crazy for you, I'm so crazy for you, all right.
We move to the top of the 4th inning here at Grider Stadium, along with Chris Barstad and Ken Keller. I'm Scott Shasteen. We appreciate you tuning in to the Light Tube Sports Network. Marquise Wilson will lead off here in the top of the 4th for the Golden Eagles. Wilson was at the plate when Shelbyville ran itself into a double play.
Yeah, both teams with base running blunders. Now, it could have had really big innings. Shelbyville gets 4 runs in the top of the 3rd. Tullahoma comes back with 2 in their bottom half of the 3rd. So 9-1-2 in the batting order for Shelbyville here, leading 5-3 top of the 4th.
Melton still on the mound for the Wildcats, and he misses ball 2.
Well, we know that Jackson Sheffield's had some bullpen pitches. He's staying loose out there in left field, stretching a little bit. So if there is a change to come, he's probably the next one in.
There's a grounder to 3rd. Gets by Emery. And Shelbyville has a leadoff single here in the top of the 4th inning.
Well, that's always when your number 9 hitter gets on base to lead off the inning. That's, they turned the batting order over, and we've seen Aiden Edwards now, the shortstop for Shelbyville. He's 0 for 2, but Rain Sims has had 2 hits. He's on deck. So Edwards has grounded out to the pitcher and the shortstop. Maybe we can get a 6-4-3 double play, another ground ball to short here.
Yeah.
Race, how about a 6-4-3 double play?
Let's get one of those.
Let's get one of those right now.
Brody's pitch outside, ball 1. Tullahoma will play Columbia next week in the final District 8 AAA series of the year, and perhaps the final District 8 AAA series in the history of Tullahoma baseball. Who knows? They might be in District 8 AAA next year. There just won't be Shelbyville, Franklin County, Coffee County. Who else will likely move up to 4A? Lawrence County will stay here. Shelbyville probably move up. Columbia is kind of on the border there. Could go either way. Lincoln County will likely stay in AAA. Tullahoma could be joined by a Marshall County, a Giles County, Spring Hill maybe. I haven't really seen the breakdown of classifications yet, but I do feel pretty comfortable in Franklin County, Coffee County, and Shelbyville moving up. At least those 3. Which is just Tullahoma's 3 biggest rivals.
Yeah, exactly.
Which will now become non-district games. Which is really weird because Tullahoma's woven in and out of football regions and classifications. But only one time Tullahoma moved down to AA in baseball, and they won a state championship in 1990.
Mm-hmm. Nice fastball by Melton there, 2-1 to count. Shelbyville's hit the ball well tonight. They've wrapped out 6 base knocks thus far.
There goes Wilson. Throw down to 2nd.
Got him.
Not in time. Oh, my. Oh, my.
Well, Marquise Wilson did get a good jump, tough pitch to handle for the Tullahoma catcher. He did make an excellent throw down there. Was the Wildcat catcher? That's J-Ron Morris.
You know, Coach Brian Morris and this infield umpire, they're going to know each other quite well before this game is over. Not been impressed with the infield umpires. Let's see, agility, let's say, quickness, reaction time.
Former major leaguer Brian Morris. I mean, I'm sure that he's been the witness of his coach, berating some umpires, and now he gets to do that to these high school umpires.
Well, I think Brian's been very reserved.
Yeah.
What I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's saying, look, there's been 3 or 4 close calls in this game. They've all went against us, and so it seems like this far. But that's part of the game. You got to overcome it. Good speed on the bases. Wilson, a base hit probably scores him here. Edwards battling full count here on the leadoff hitter for Shelbyville.
Nobody out for the Golden Eagles. And there is a shot to right center field. Dixon camps under it. Nice throw to third, not quite in time, but just because Marquise Wilson's really fast, but a heck of a throw by Jacob Dixon.
Yeah, Morris is pointing towards second, so you're probably going to have an appeal play. Tullahoma pitcher will step off the rubber, throw it to second. Middle infielder will touch the base, and the runner left early. Let's see, Scott. I didn't really get a good look. I was watching the ball track.
It doesn't matter. It only matters if one person saw it or
That's
not.
right.
You think he saw it?
Well,
I don't think he was looking anywhere near second base.
Oh, mercy.
Tullahoma's not going to appeal it.
No, they're not.
Curveball catches the outside corner, strike one.
All right, so that's going to go down sac fly. That's a fly out to 9, the right fielder. And Wilson advances on the throw.
Rain Sims at the plate for Shelbyville. He's 2 for 2 tonight, has scored 2 runs. He is behind 0-2 in the count.
2 beautiful curveballs by Melton, back-to-back.
Curveball's been good for Brody.
Yeah, Rain Sims has been a tough out. He singled to right center twice, shots, and Tullahoma shading that way accordingly. They know where he hit it, so Duncan's shading right center field. They're squeezing him out there right now.
Called strike 3. So 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Runner remains at third, Marquise Wilson. And the pitcher, A.J. Parker, steps in for Shelbyville. Parker is 1 for 1. He singled in the first, was hit by a pitch in the third, and scored after being hit by a pitch. He scored the 3rd run for the Golden Eagles.
Great job of pitching by Melton on Rain Sims there to get the strikeout on 3 pitches. First 2 of those curveballs, he had him totally off balance at bat. Big strikeout. So let's see if Tullahoma can get out of this jam. The leadoff single and stolen base. Looking to strand that runner on third and keep this a 5-3 ball game.
Pitcher to pitcher. There's a shot back up the middle. RBI single for A.J. Parker. And Wilson scores. Shelbyville leads 6-3. Well, Parker hit that nice and clean right back through the box.
Yep.
Cleanup batter Griffin Williams steps in. Williams sacrifice fly, got an RBI in the first inning, and a sacrifice bunt, and scored in the 3rd.
Well, this shows how the little things in baseball matter. So you have your number 9 hitter get on with a single. He steals second. The fly ball to right. So that sacrifice fly that at bat by Aiden Edwards was critical because it moved him to third base. That's one way that you can score from third is on a base hit or a sac fly.
Curveball missed just a tad. 1-0 the count on Williams.
Well, they've doubled the score up on us here. They've scored in every inning. They scored 1 in the first, 4 in the 3rd, and 1 here in the 4th.
It's 7:20 on 420. Big sweeping curveball, misses high and outside. 2-0 the count with 2 down.
Williams flied out to left. The Golden Eagle cleanup hitter had a RBI sac fly to left and a sac bunt down the first baseline last time up.
Called strike. Nice pitch by Brody. 2-1 the count.
Golden Eagles now have some activity in their bullpen.
Just as you say that, they shut it down. But 2 down. Curveball missed. 3 balls and 1 strike the count on Griffin Williams. 2 down. No runner at first for Shelbyville in a 6-3 game here at Grider Stadium. In the Benz Jordan press box.
And Parker's now 2 for 2 on first base. Single, hit by pitch single.
There's a grounder to short. Tomlin to Tomlin for out number 3. Shelbyville scores 1. We move to the bottom of the 4th. Golden Eagles 6, the Wildcats 3 on the Light 2 Sports Network.
You wanna dance?
Check out Stingray Music on TV. Now available, the new Stingray Music mobile app. Free with your TV subscription. Stingray Music, all good vibes.
We are back at Grider Stadium. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. This District 8 baseball matchup. The Shelbyville Golden Eagles lead the Tullahoma Wildcats 6-3. As pitcher A.J. Parker enters his 4th inning of work. He will face 7, 8, and 9 in the Wildcat batting order. Colton Emery, the Tullahoma third baseman, will lead it off. Cats trying to come back. They won 14-10 last night. They built a 9-1 lead in that game. Shelbyville cut it to 9-8. Tullahoma wins it 14-10. That's strike 1 on the outside corner to Emery on a fastball from Parker. Big swing here by Emery. He falls behind 0-2. He grounded out to the second baseman his first time up in the 2nd inning. Tullahoma Jr. Reagan Tomlin on deck. Evan Tomlin waits after him. There's a base hit, ripped to left field. Colton Emery, the Tullahoma freshman, comes through. So that'll bring up Reagan Tomlin. He grounded out to second his first time up. Nice hit. I like the way Colton Emery swings the bat. Does a good job. We are in the bottom of the 4th. Tullahoma trails 6-3. Trying to get a rally going here. Leadoff batter Colton Emery on base. Decent lead by Emery. Attempted bunt there by Reagan Tomlin down the third base line. Trickles foul. Counts 0-1. Probably bunting for a base hit. The third baseman was back even with the bag on that one. Oh, 1 to count. Tullahoma leadoff hitter Colton Emery on base with a single to left. Sharp single to left. Tomlin squares again and takes ball 1. Count even at 1. Beautiful weather for tonight's game. Tullahoma came in 5-3 in district play, 13-8 overall. Looking to sweep this series. Parker throw to first, not in time. Looks like Tullahoma has Emery is still in the game. No pinch runner for Emery. He wears number 3. Got to be careful over there. You're down by 3. You don't want to get picked off after getting a single. Dives head first back. That play a little bit closer. He was safe, but it was closer. 1-1's the count. Reagan Tomlin, the Tullahoma Jr. up. His brother, Evan, on deck. There goes the runner. He is safe. Colton Emery with a stolen base. Now the force play's taken off. So nice jump by Emery. Tomlin squared the bunt, pulled his bat back, takes the ball, takes the pitch, 2-1. So he's ahead in the count, 2-1. And Colton Emery now in scoring position on second base after the steal. Oh, there's another bunt. 2-1 count. Trickles just again foul right across the third base line there. So 2-2, no bunt here. If you foul the ball off with 2 strikes on a bunt, you're out. It counts as a strikeout. So he'll be swinging the bat here if he gets something good to hit. And 2-2, so what you want to do is swing at anything close here. Do not let the umpire control your destiny. So 2-2 is the count. Emery on second after the base hit, stolen base. Tomlin ready for the 2-2 pitch.
Nice bunt.
My goodness, he just did the unbelievable there on a 2-2 pitch. He bunted. He must have been an excellent bunter, and he laid down a bunt for a base hit. The ball hit right out in front of the plate, squirted, had some spin on it towards the third base line. Catcher tried to decide to let it go foul. The ball landed right on the line. He picked it up, throw too late at first. That's a base hit bunt. Scott for Reagan Tomlin, Tullahoma in business.
Evan Tomlin now steps to the plate with runners on first and third. Nobody out. Tomlin lined out to left field his first time up.
Well, makings of a very big inning. 7 and 8 batters on. Number 9's up, and he hit a home run last night. A 3-run homer.
Tomlin lays down a bunt, just foul.
Go seeing both ends of the spectrum. Hit a 3-run homer last night in second and third, and he's dropping a bunt down tonight here. And we'll see Morris flashing the signals to Reagan over there on first base. Could have lots of things. Could have a hit and run on here. Could have a take by the batter steal. Let's see what's in play. There he goes.
Grounder to third, base hit left field. Evan Tomlin drives in the run. And Tullahoma rallying here in the bottom of the fourth, closes the gap to 6-4 with runners at first and second. And the Cats go back to the top of the order. Jackson Sheffield drilled a triple his last time up. He scored 2 tonight. 1 for 1 officially.
Well, so definitely hit and run there. The runner was stealing and the batter was swinging there. So when he gets under the third baseman's glove for a clean single to left, Evan Tomlin has hit the ball sharp twice tonight, lined out to left, and then that sharp single right there, RBI single.
Wildcats refusing to lay down here. Shelbyville keeps the pressure on. Tullahoma keeps pushing.
Sheffield tripled to the right center field gap his last time up. He walked in the first inning, so he's 1 for 1, scored twice.
1-0 the count to Jackson.
Golden Eagle defense in on the corners, playing bunt.
Ball gets away. Runners advance. Tullahoma now with runners at second and third. Nobody out.
Well, that's big right there because he was squaring the bunt. You know, you want to get the runners to second and third there with 1 out, but that's even better because now you got him on second, third after the wild pitch, and now your leadoff hitter who just tripled last time up is going to get a swing the bat.
2-0 count on Sheffield. Outside ball 3.
Maybe, if he gets something to hit. 3-0. That'll be interesting to see if Coach Morse, the way that Sheffield crushed the ball last time up, if he'll get a swing here, the green light on 3-0.
I would definitely make Parker throw a strike. Sheffield taking all the way, ball 4. So the Wildcats again with the bases loaded. And the heart of the order coming up, Dixon, Dillahay, Melton.
Tullahoma looking good. They can come all the way back this inning. Shelbyville
That
coach
could be
coming
all
out
for Parker.
Yep.
Let's see. He's just not been able to stand prosperity
Nope.
tonight. And
Offense has been definitely behind him. They've got 7 hits and 6 runs here in 4 innings, and you're right. He just can't stand prosperity.
But a long talk from Coach Turbeville. So looks like A.J. Parker's going to have an opportunity to stay in the ball game here. Turbeville said it talking with his defense. Bases loaded, nobody out. Sure, he's reminding his first baseman, if he comes to you, son, go to the plate. That's it for A.J. Parker. We'll take a break. Pitching change for Shelbyville. The Wildcats trail 6-4 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority now has a branch at 501 West Lincoln Street. The drive-through only branch located in the old Citizens Tri-County Bank will be open on utility and light tube bill due dates and the day before and after a TUA observed holiday. Check a complete list of dates at tullahomautilities.com.
So Kevin Mulder, the new pitcher for Shelbyville, a right-hander, sidearm pitcher. Tullahoma with the bases loaded and nobody out, and Jacob Dixon at the plate. Critical spot in this baseball game, bottom of the fourth. Shelbyville leads 6-4. Again, bases loaded, nobody out for the Cats.
Dixon's hit the ball sharp twice tonight.
Mulder misses ball one.
Line out to center field in the first inning and doubled to left his second time up. So he's 1 for 2. Ducks on the pond, bases loaded.
Mulder catches the outside corner, 1-1 the count.
Yeah, Mulder a side armor here, so just that low delivery and that ball moves and a sweeping curveball right there. So it looks like he keeps the ball down in the zone. Little different arm angle. Tullahoma not used to seeing some pitcher like this.
Dixon fouls it away. 1-2.
Pretty rare breed, but you're seeing more of it.
Tomlin, and Sheffield fill the bases for the Wildcats. Dixon, 1-2 count. Dixon lines it right back toward the pitcher. Second baseman throws to first in time, but the run scores. So it's as good as a sacrifice bunt, and Tullahoma's within 1.
Yeah, nice reflexes by the pitcher there for Shelbyville. That's Mulder. So sharp ball hit up the middle. Could have been a single. Both the second baseman and shortstop were angling behind the bag. He deflects it off. Second baseman makes a good recovery, catches the ball, and throws him out at first.
So runners at second and third for Tullahoma, 1 out, and DJ Dillahay at the plate.
6-5 score. Yeah, Dillahay is 0 for 1. He was hit by pitches last time up.
Got stranded at third base.
Force plays off. Tell them a second, third. They can take the lead with a base hit right here.
There's a sharp grounder to second. Throw to first is in time and dropped by the first baseman. Tomlin scores, Sheffield scores, and the Wildcats take the lead on an error by Shelbyville.
Oh, well, breaking concentration. They just fixing to say right on my tongue that the second baseman made another good play, jumped up high for that ball and fielded it, made a perfect throw to first, and the first baseman just whiffed on it, dropped it. Runners from second. That's a 2-run error right there.
Cats lead at 7-6. Brody Melton steps to the plate with Dillahay at first.
So all 3 of those runs, when the base is loaded, will be charged to Parker. So all 7 of these runs charged to Parker. That's going to close him out.
Dillahay was going on the pitch. Melton fouled it back. 0-1 the count on Brody.
Parker, 3 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, 4 base on balls, allowed 5 hits, gave up 7 runs.
Not all which were earned.
Correct.
Lots of errors in there.
Lots of ease.
There goes the runner. Throw down to second. Dillahay's at second base as Shelbyville's middle infield unable to handle the throw from the catcher. So a runner in scoring position with 1 out for Brody Melton. 1-1 count.
So Dillahay's ground ball to second. E on the first baseman, E3. He steals a base there, so now he's in scoring position.
Brody Melton almost got hit. Turned just a little sideways.
Well, tough break for the Shelbyville reliever Mulder. He's induced 2 ground balls since coming in and inheriting the bases loaded. But, boy, it's that error on first base. They've cleared the bases out on him.
You know, I think you can really see the missing of a season. And Melton that time is hit. I think you can really see the missing of a season in the defense.
Yeah.
You know, every game we've seen, Coffee County Tullahoma game wasn't too bad, but last couple of games we've seen just defensively struggling.
Yeah. You know, you got to put a premium on your defense. I mean, at any level, you got to get them out before you can bat. So, but, you know, you got to make the routine plays. And, boy, you don't see somebody drop a ball right to him at this level very often, not at first.
So
hit him right in the palm.
James Sells will pinch run for Brody Melton at first. And Jaron Morris steps to the plate for the Wildcats. Morris had a sacrifice bunt his last time up.
He grounded out to first, so he's 0 for 1.
Drove in Sheffield with an RBI in the first inning. Mm-hmm. Cats are on top now, 7-6 here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Well, just kind of like last night, a slugfest. 24 runs scored last night, 13 thus far tonight.
There's a sharp grounder to second. Second baseman recovers. Throw to first is in time, and the run scores. Dillahay scores for the Wildcats. So Morris will get the RBI.
Yep.
As the second baseman bobbled that baseball, got it to first just in time, and while Morris and the first baseman collided a little bit, but a good job by Shelbyville's first baseman to hang on.
It sure was. He had to stretch for that throw, too. So he has one thrown right to him. He drops it, two-run error, and makes the acrobatic catch over there on that one. So 2 outs, runner on second. Tell him we're not done yet.
Joe Duncan at the plate for the Wildcats, and there's a base hit left field. Tullahoma's going to send the runner. Here comes the throw. It will not be in time, and the Wildcats stretch the lead to 8-6 as James Sells scores for Tullahoma.
Well, I love to see that. You know, that pitch is down low and out. A good pitch there by Mulder, and Duncan just slices it off, goes with it, punches it through the right side, and gets the RBI right there. So he was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts before that. He's 1 for 3 now. Tullahoma's batted around. Colton Emery started this inning with a single to left.
2 down, runner at second. That is Duncan.
And so Duncan advances on the throw home after the RBI single.
Wildcats lead by 3 after trailing by 3 entering this inning. A 6-run 4th for Tullahoma.
Well, them errors and hit batsmen come back and get you every time.
1-1 the count. On Emery. Throw back to second, not in time. Duncan gets back. Two outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, Tullahoma was down 5-1 in this game. Seems like so long ago, though.
Well, based on what we've seen, a 9-6 lead is not comfortable in any way.
You're right.
There's a pop-up in foul territory. Nice play by Parker over there at first for Shelbyville, and the Wildcats are done in the bottom of the 4th, but not before Tullahoma scored 6 runs on 4 hits, a couple of errors, 1 man left. We've played 4, Tullahoma 9, Shelbyville 6 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Never miss your favorite shows again. For an additional $12 a month along with your digital television service, Like to Cloud DVR lets you record up to 8 programs at the same time. Receive 500 gigabytes of cloud storage and whole home DVR. Call TUA Customer Service to add LightTube Cloud DVR to your digital television service today at 455-4515.
Welcome back to Grider Stadium, Mathis Field, inside the Benz Jordan press box. Tullahoma and Shelbyville battling here in District 8 AAA baseball. Wildcats lead the Golden Eagles 9-6. On the mound for Tullahoma now, sophomore Jackson Sheffield. Trying to finish this one off for the Wildcats. Ken, our first time to see young Sheffield pitch. I'd say his family lineage is pretty strong when it comes to pitching.
No doubt about it. He has a brother, Justice, with the Seattle Mariners, and Jordan is with the Colorado Rockies. Both, opposite end of the spectrums, really. One in National League, one in the American League. The Seattle Mariners in first place in their division. The Rockies in last place. But, hey, man, you get to the major leagues, it don't matter who you're on. That's big-time baseball. But it's our first look at him right here, so that's exciting for us to see him.
And I have no idea how Jackson will perform on the pitcher's mound. But I'll bet that he's getting some attention as a sophomore. How could he not, right?
Oh, absolutely. He's definitely got the bloodlines. Comes from a sports-oriented family for sure.
Not too many people can say they have 2 brothers in Major League Baseball.
You're correct.
In fact, there may be 2 or 3 people in the world that can say that. But I don't know of any other brothers other than the Sheffield brothers right now. There may be. If not, he's the only person in the world that can say that.
Yeah.
Sheffield nails the first batter, Hunter Wilhelm. Hit him square in the back. And Shelbyville has a leadoff runner aboard once again.
Yeah, Wilhelm was 1 for 2. He singled his last time up, so Shelbyville gets a leadoff hitter on. They did this last inning and scored a run. So,
yeah, they've had their leadoff batter on every inning except the first.
Yeah.
But the Cats lead 9-6 as Brady O'Neill with a pair of doubles tonight at the plate for the Golden Eagles and a runner on first.
Double to left, double to left center. The last one was an RBI double. Dangerous hitter.
Sheffield throw to first, not in time. I think sometimes after you hit a batter, you just want to throw to first and make sure you can throw it straight.
Well, young Sheffield's been staked to a 3-run lead after that explosive bottom half of the 4th for Tullahoma when they scored 6 runs. There's a strike. And really what you want to do here is just,
strike.
Forget that guy on first. You got 3-run lead, focus on the batter and pitch to contact, throw strikes.
Brody Melton is the pitcher of record for the Wildcats as of now. He went 4. Sheffield trying to get the save. There goes the runner. Batter ducks. Throw down to second, not in time. And Shelbyville's Wilhelm steals second.
Yeah, he stowed that one on the pitcher. An excellent jump right there. No chance for Jerron Morris to throw him out there on that one. Just a big jump. 1-1's the count. That pitch almost hit O'Neill.
I'm a little surprised he didn't take that shot to the batting helmet. Yeah. Of course, that's easy for me to say up here. Swung on and missed by O'Neill. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, good pitch by Sheffield on the outside corner. So he knows how to pitch. I mean, that's the thing, man. Their dads really worked with him over the years from when they were really little, and they've got some really good pitching IQ, all of them. They know how to pitch.
Sheffield delivers fastball inside. 2-2 the count on the dangerous hitter Brady O'Neill for Shelbyville. Doubled in the second, doubled in the third. Bats here in the top of the 5th with a runner at second, nobody out. Tullahoma leading 9-6. And that O'Neill took that one on the top of the head.
Well, curveball there that just hung. No break, no follow through on that one. And it, yeah, you're right, bounces about 15 feet in the air off that helmet. That banged him pretty good, but he's okay.
So Jackson Sheffield has hit the first two batters that he has faced. And now Logan Roberts will step to the plate.
Roberts had a sacrifice bunt in inning number 2 and an RBI ground out in inning 3.
Well, you was talking about A.J. Parker just needs to breathe deep.
Yeah.
Jackson Sheffield needs to take a deep breath here. He's hit 2 straight batters. Bunted down the third base line, foul.
Yeah, so tying run at the plate here, and this guy.
Sacrifice bunt in the
bunted.
second.
Mm-hmm.
And ground out RBI in the third. So Roberts is 0 for 1 tonight with a chance to help his team on the scoreboard. Runners at first and second, nobody out.
Intriguing strategy for the Shelbyville third base coach, calling the signals, flashing the signals into his hitter, number 7 hitter here. Do you bunt the runners over? Do you try to pull the ball to the right side to advance them? See what he does here.
Squared to bunt, held back, throw down to second, not in time.
Morris not scared, not shy about throwing that ball down to second base, is he?
That was a nice throw.
It sure was. Keeping his arm loose anyway, isn't he?
We've got a situation.
He had a strike. As soon as he got him.
As the count
is even.
1-1. Nobody out. As you watch here on Light Tube Channel 23, live Tullahoma High School sports only on Light Tube Channel 23.
Oh, batter squared. Robert squared the bunt on that one, but a nice fastball that ran out. Looked like it cut a little bit on the outside corner, hit the black. So 1-2. Sheffield way ahead. That probably takes the bunt out of the batter's hands here because a foul bunt is, of course, a strikeout. Probably going to be swinging here, I would think. Been fooled before tonight, so let's see what happens.
Sheffield delivers outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah,
or 2-2.
No square, but no squaring on that one. So big pivotal part of the game right here. Sheffield needs an out any way you can get it. Certainly do not want to load the bases with no outs.
Triple play would be nice.
Yeah, that works.
Sheffield again unloads that fastball outside. Full count now on the batter, Logan Roberts.
Yeah, that one's way out of the strike zone, so he's had some command issues and, hit the first 2 batters. Full count on the third one. Needs to really focus here. Say breathe, get his wits about him, and execute a good pitch.
3-2 fastball misses outside, and the Golden Eagles have the bases loaded with nobody out.
Well, I think you made the comment earlier that A.J. Parker could not handle prosperity, but that's been a theme on both sides tonight, certainly.
And now Caden Thomas will step in. Thomas has been hit by a pitch twice. Once in the second, once in the third. Let's see how young Sheffield responds here with the bases loaded. All due to his inability to locate the pitch.
Well, let's see if Caden Thomas can pull the hat trick. He's been hit both times up tonight, so, man, lots of hits batters. Probably the most I've seen in a high school game in a long time.
Swung on and missed by Thomas.
Well, that's what you want to do. Get ahead. Take some of that pressure off yourself. Stay ahead in the count.
Not a lot of respect for Thomas in the outfield here. Number 8 hitter in the Shelbyville order.
Shortstop second, shading the bag, wanting to turn a double play depth for the middle infielders of Tullahoma.
Sheffield's pitch hit Thomas, and the Golden Eagles will score a run as Sheffield has hit his third batter of the inning to go along with a walk.
Well, that's going to be an RBI for Thomas. Now, you're probably going to get a pitching visit, I would think, here just to settle young Sheffield down. But it looked to me, I guess that our viewers, will see it and can watch replays of it. But it looked to me like Caden Thomas kind of nudged his back knee out on that one, let the ball hit him on that one.
Marquise Wilson
He helped him out
steps
a little
in.
bit.
Wilson singled his last time up, stole a base, scored a run. Wildcats lead at 9-7. Shelbyville bases loaded, nobody out. What could go down is the longest game in high school history.
Bases loaded, one in, no hits by the Golden Eagles this inning.
They haven't even put the bat on the ball.
Oh, you're exactly right.
They haven't even fouled one off.
That's good. Yeah, they haven't fouled one. They haven't fouled a pitch off. Yeah, so 1-1 here.
I wouldn't swing the bat until Sheffield showed me
Yeah.
he could throw a couple of strikes.
You maybe get 2 strikes on you. So, yeah, pressure on young Sheffield here.
1-1 to count. Wilson fouls it back. 1-2.
Oh, Wilson singled to left. He's 1 for 2. He struck out looking in the second inning. In inning 4, he singled, stole a base, and scored. Number 9 hitter in the lineup. Well, when I heard that score last night, 14-10, 24 runs, I said there's no way we'll score that many tonight. But, partner, we're on our way there quickly. We got 16 of them up there right now with the bases loaded.
I'm not much of a mathematician, but we're 2/3 of the way there, and we've got 2/3 of the runs that were scored last night. So, yes,
Right
we
on
are
target.
on our way.
Right on target.
Sheffield, the 1-2 pitch. Grounder to first. Good stop. Throw to home in time for the lead runner. Nice play by Tullahoma's
That was Sales, I think.
first baseman. Down there,
No,
number
it's
3.
Emery. Okay, so Emery's on
Emery
first.
moved over to first. Melton is at third.
Okay.
And I'm not sure who's in left for the Wildcats.
Dixon.
Dixon's in left.
So who's in right?
Reagan Tomlin's in right.
Okay, so 4, good catch. 4 defensive changes for the Wildcats.
We still got a hole somewhere. Sheffield was
Duncan on or Dixon in left.
Dixon was already playing. There's a line shot to right field. It is dropped. And Shelbyville's going to score 1. So an error by Tullahoma's right fielder, Tomlin, brings home a run. And it's 9-8 Wildcats. Bases loaded, 1 out. We'll figure out.
Well, Emery made a good play on the last one at first. That ball had some cue ball spin on it, and he threw it home and got the force chopped the runner down from third to here. On that play right there, Tomlin, just put into the outfield. He'd been playing first, and that ball's gonna find you wherever you get. Line shot right at him, but he did drop it. But got to give the batter credit for putting the ball in play, hitting it hard at somebody. Things like that happen with the bases loaded. That is going to be an E9.
Tullahoma
runner
moved
scores.
just about everybody on defense for this inning. Sheffield's curveball strike.
So according to my scorebook here, we have O'Neill on third, Roberts on second, and Thomas.
No, Wilson's on second.
All right. So it's going to be Roberts on third, Thomas, and Edwards.
There's a base hit into right field. This game is tied. Runner coming home. Shelbyville takes the lead. Throw to third, not in time. So a big 2-run hit by Rain Sims. He's 3 for 4 tonight. And the Golden Eagles lead Tullahoma 10-9 here in the top of the 5th. with A.J. Parker stepping to the plate. Parker now playing first base for the Golden Eagles.
Sims ripped that ball out. He's 3 for 3, 3 singles, all of them to the right side. That guy, man, he's an excellent hitter. So 2 RBI single for Rain Sims. He's having himself a night.
Making it rain, isn't he?
He sure is.
Runners on the corners, 1 out. And the number 3 hitter, A.J. Parker, at the plate for the Golden Eagles.
Parker's 2 for 2 and been hit by a pitch.
Sheffield's pitch outside.
So Aiden Edwards on third, Sims on first. First and third, 10-9. Flurry of activity the last few batters for the Golden Eagles. Yeah, and so, you know, that's sometimes what you see, man. You see, you know, walks, hit batters, you know, and the innings start kind of like, you know, you giving them some freebies, and then they start pounding the ball, and that's what's happened. Last 2 batters have hit it sharp.
Sheffield hit 3 of the first 4 batters, walked the other, and that's led to Shelbyville leading 10-9.
Still only 1 out. Only out of the inning was a 3-2 ground out, first to home to chop a runner off on a force play at home.
Pitch is outside. Count 2-1 now on Parker.
Sounds like the Shelbyville fan base making some noise. Their
Throw
dugout
over to
is.
first. Ball gets away, and Shelbyville's runner scores. And the Golden Eagles now lead it 11-9.
Well, you got to charge an E on that play. It's just a routine throw to first, and it looked like the first baseman dropped it, right? Ball squirted away 3 or 4 feet. The runner alertly scored from third. Base coach sends him, and that's another run for Shelbyville, 11-9 now.
Emery over there at first base.
It's going to be an E3.
2-1 to count on Parker. Swung on and missed, strike 2.
The Tullahoma, a couple errors this inning.
We'll talk about imploding.
Yes. Hit batter, base on balls, hit batter, 2 errors. 1 hit is all Shelbyville has. 1 base hit.
There's
2
another
now.
liner to left field. Base hit for Parker. Runners at first and second with 1 out. And Griffin Williams steps in. Williams sacrifice fly, RBI in the first inning, sacrifice bunt, scored a run in the third, grounded out 6-3 in the fourth.
Well, Scott, the Shelbyville 2 and 3 batters have combined for 6 hits. Rain Sims 3 for 4, 3 singles. A.J. Parker now 3 for 3. And here comes Coach Morris walking slowly across the third base.
Tullahoma has nobody working in the bullpen, so Morris going to have a chat with his sophomore pitcher. So the Wildcats and the Golden Eagles go back and forth here. We were tied at 1 after the first inning. Then Shelbyville scored 4 to take a 5-1 lead in the top of the third. Tullahoma came back with a pair in the bottom of the third, cut that lead to 5-3. Shelbyville 1 run in the top of the fourth to make it 6-3. The Wildcats scored 6 in the bottom of the fourth, make it 9-6. Shelbyville comes back with 5 runs so far here in the top of the fifth, and the Golden Eagles lead 11-9, 1 out. Runners at first and second, as Jackson Sheffield will now face Griffin, number 14.
14.
And that's Caleb Moulton. That's Mulder. That's the new pitcher for Shelbyville.
All right, so he's batting in the cleanup spot.
That he is, because Parker moved to first. He pops it up, foul ball, caught by Morris, out number 2. So Mulder pops out to the catcher, and with 2 down, Hunter Wilhelm, who is 1 for 2 tonight, scored a couple of runs.
Well, Shelbyville has batted around. Tullahoma batted around in the bottom of the 4th, top of the 5th. The Golden Eagles return the favor.
Wilhelm, the catcher, steps up
He
against Sheffield.
Started this off with a hit by pitch. Three this inning. So let's see if we can get out of it. We still got 3 at-bats left. No lead has been safe at all in this game, so Tullahoma still has 9 outs offensively at their disposal. So this game still within reach. This is a big juncture. We need to get an out here and just be 2 down going to the bottom of the 5th.
Inside pitch, barely misses Wilhelm. And a count 2-0.
That might have been Sheffield's best fastball. That mitt popped on that one. No, he did miss the strike zone. That one had some velo on it.
Velo. You want to explain that to our unknowing viewing audience?
Velocity. Velo.
2-1 the count.
Well, he gets the strike call there. Just let your defense work, Jackson, right here. Defense has a play at any base on the infield.
There is a shot to right center that's going to fall in the gap. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And Hunter Wilhelm is going to slide into third with a triple. Shelbyville extends its lead to 13-9 on a 2-run triple by Hunter Wilhelm.
Well, that was clutch right there by Wilhelm. He gapped that ball. That was a laser shot to the right center field gap with some tail on it from the right side. He hit it right-handed inside out, and that ball just tailed away between the center fielder and the right fielder out there in the gap and scores 2 runs, 2 RBI triple right there.
I think we're going to get a pitching change here as Brian Morris makes his way to the mound. Second visit of the inning. Shelbyville scored 7 here in the top of the 5th. The Golden Eagles lead the Wildcats 13-9. We'll break here on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Did you know that Tullahoma Utilities Authority has a solar farm right here in Tullahoma? For as little as $4 a month, you can support solar energy production and breathe a little easier, knowing you're taking positive action to reduce your carbon footprint. Call 455-4515.
So
today.
junior Jaden Eggleston takes the mound for the Wildcats as Tullahoma trying to keep Shelbyville within striking reach here. The Golden Eagles lead the Cats 13-9 in the bottom of the 5th inning, 2 outs and a runner at third. First time we've seen Eggleston tonight, the junior. Swung on and missed, strike 1. As this is Brady O'Neill, who's 2 for 2, a couple of doubles, and got hit by a pitch earlier this inning by Sheffield.
Well, lots of 2-baggers and some triples tonight for Shelbyville. They've hit the ball well.
Eggleston catches the inside corner, 0-2 the count.
Well, nice start for the Tullahoma junior. He wears number 22.
Eggleston in the dirt, 1-2.
Well, you got a runner on third. You got to, whatever you do at catcher, Mr. Morris has got to block that ball up. If it's in the dirt, do not let this run from third score. Whatever you can do to keep him there.
There is a drive to left field.
He's got it. He's got it.
Back. Caught.
Tremendous catch. Was that Dixon? Wow.
So Shelbyville finally done here in the top of the 5th inning. 7 runs for the Golden Eagles. They lead the Wildcats 13-9 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Tell your pa, tell your sister, tell your dog, all right. We gotta get it together, together. I'm crazy for you, I'm so crazy for you, all right. I'm crazy for you, I'm so crazy for you, all right. I'm sick of feeling blue, I'm crazy for you, I'm so crazy for you, all right.
We move to the bottom of the 5th inning here. Reagan Tomlin will lead off for the Wildcats against Shelbyville pitcher Kevin Mulder, who came in the last inning for the Golden Eagles. Big innings for everybody. 22 total runs scored. And Reagan Tomlin is hit on the first pitch by Mulder. It actually went behind Tomlin, hit him in the back. And so Evan Tomlin will step in.
Well, Tullahoma pitchers have hit 6 Golden Eagles. Shelbyville trying to catch up
So
on hit batters. They've hit 1, 2, 3, 4.
Coach Turbeville making a visit to the mound. That's going to be all for Kevin Mulder. Shelbyville leads Tullahoma 13-9 here on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority Light Tube Fiber Internet offers true gigabit service to our customers. We pride ourselves on speed, but the backbone of that speed is local tech support, unmatched customer service, and professional service technicians. To sign up, call 455-4515 to gain the reassurance of Light Tube reliability.
Caden Thomas takes over on the mound for Shelbyville. And Thomas will face Evan Tomlin, Jackson Sheffield, and hopefully Jacob Dixon. As Reagan Tomlin stands on first base, hit batter. 9 total hit batters in tonight's game.
Well, we're 2 hours and 15 minutes into this contest, and just in the bottom of the 5th, 22 runs scored so far. 9 hit batters in this game.
I think I just said that. Tomlin fouls it back, 0-1 the count.
It's worthy of repeating, though. It's hard to believe. Have you ever seen a game with 9 hit batters in it?
I probably haven't. Not where they all seemed unintentional. I may have seen one where some were intentional.
I think I've hit 9 in my coach pitch games before.
You probably have. Yeah, those poor kids diving out of the batter's box. Oh, Coach Keller's throwing.
Yeah, watch out.
0-2 the count on Evan Tomlin with Brother Reagan at first.
Tomlin's hit the ball sharp twice, line out to left and single to left.
Curveball misses, 1-2.
Curveball stayed high there. Tullahoma needs more base runners. More base runners. And that's critical this juncture of the game now. We're in the 5th, bottom of the 5th, is you don't want to get a runner picked off base. No silly base running. We had some serious base running blunders by both teams earlier that caused teams scoring opportunities, both teams.
Fouled back this way.
Boy, Tomlin, he doesn't get cheated either. Swings the bat. Tell him a couple good freshmen, Colton Emery, Morris, Jaron Morris, and Evan Tomlin. 3 freshmen starters tonight, man. They all swing the bat well. Get their hacks.
There goes Reagan Tomlin. Evan fouls it back. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Trying to get a little hit and run going there to stay out of the double play there.
Got to generate some runs here. The Wildcats trail by 4 here in the bottom of the 5th. Against a new pitcher, Caden Thomas. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. One of the few strikeouts tonight as Thomas strikes out Tomlin.
For the Tullahoma Wildcats. Make some noise for 22.
That's out number 1. So let's close out the pitching totals on Tullahoma pitchers. Melton Forning pitched, 2 strikeouts, 0 walks, gave up 8 hits, 6 runs, hit 3 batters.
Jaden Eggleston, his first time at bat tonight as he replaced Sheffield on the mound. And Eggleston takes ball 1.
We have not seen, to my knowledge, Eggleston bat this season, have we?
Nope. And he hits a shot to center field high. Giving chase. I don't know if the ball was caught or not. I have no idea.
The ball hit. I think this is going to be a force play.
I think the ball hit his glove, bounced up, and he caught it.
Yeah, they're giving high five. Shelbyville, they were alert. The shortstop.
He's safe either way.
Everybody's confused. Ken, what I saw was the ball bounce up out of the glove and then be caught by the right fielder, Marquise Wilson.
And if that's the case, it should just be a force out at second base. They threw it in and touched the bag. The guy on first is safe if they deem that he dropped the ball.
Well, they didn't deem that he dropped the ball. They deemed he caught the ball.
Then both runners are going to be out because the runner from first did not get to second before the ball did. This may be a double play. What a strange play.
If the guy flies out to right field, why would the runner at first need to go to second? Ken?
Well, they said he dropped the ball. They act like he dropped it out in the outfield, and so the defense responded like it was a drop ball out there. So I don't know what the call on the field is.
Well, if it was a drop ball, then it is a double play.
Yes, because Jaden's in the dugout.
So this will be a good reason to watch the replay of this game on Light Tube Channel 23 because there have been multiple odd circumstances here, and this is certainly the oddest of them all.
Morris out there, Coach Brian Morris talking to the field umpire and the home plate umpire, having a big talk out here. So the ball, to recap, a high fly ball. Scott made the call. I mean, it was into the night air. It's out there in the dark spot in right center field. The right fielder kind of ran in front of the center fielder. We were kind of blocked off from it. Don't know if the ball was dropped out of the glove or not, but they quickly acted like it was, threw to second to get the force to tell them a runner from first did not run. So if the ball did hit, this guy's out, but the runner did not run to first, so he might be out too.
Now,
Morris
Brian,
is going off, yep.
Well, he just got ejected. And he earned that one and deserved it, but earned it because there have been a bunch of bad calls tonight. And Brian finally cut loose a little bit, and he'll go to the showers. And we'll get back to baseball here with Caden Thomas on the mound for Shelbyville. Tullahoma's runner still standing on first base, but he's out.
We'll see. He's not going anywhere. Ricky Morris now, Brian's dad, now out trying to get a clarification from the umpires.
Well, it's been a poorly officiated game in the field tonight. No problem with the home plate umpire, really. But and it's so difficult to see out there in right field. Everybody knows that. That was just in the shadows enough where we couldn't really tell what happened.
Yeah. So Reagan Tomlin started the inning off, was hit by a pitch, the number 8 hitter. Evan Tomlin, his brother, struck out swinging. Eggleston launches a high fly ball to right center field that was either caught or dropped. I don't think the umpires even know. So, but Reagan Tomlin's still on first.
Well, you can always.
So it's going to be ruled that he caught the ball in right field. So we had a lot of theatrics for no reason.
What's the argument for?
Played on the field and no one cares what you think in the stands. Thank you.
So, oddly enough, the runner remains at first.
I'm going to score to fly out 8. I'm just going to say it's fly out center field.
But that's not what happened.
Because Tomlin's still on first.
It was a fielder's choice. I mean, it was a forced play at second base.
Well, we thought it was, but
Well, we
that
know
would be
it
impossible if he's still on first.
The runner at first was the batter.
Oh, is
No,
that
that's
Eggleston on
Reagan.
first or Tomlin? No,
No,
that's Tomlin.
So
on
it
first.
was a fly out.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm not sure about the controversy.
Yeah, I'm going to score to fly out 8. I
Seems
think
like
just,
Tullahoma came out better on the deal
yeah.
than the double play, right?
Yeah, they probably got the quicker runner on base for sure, and
Jacob
their pitcher gets to rest. Right.
Jacob Dixon is at the plate for the Wildcats. There are two outs and a 2-0 count on Dixon. Wow. That's one of the oddest baseball plays I've ever seen.
I agree.
Because I still don't really know what happened.
That was about as wild as the Ed Armbrister bunt, no interference call in the 1975 World Series I saw. I guess that's what I compare. That's way back.
Wow.
It's about a lot of baseball, man.
Wow. Jump back 46 years on us.
It was just bizarre because if they caught the ball, why did they turn around and throw the ball to second with such urgency?
There goes Tomlin, fouled away by Dixon. I was but a speck in my father's eyes 46 years ago, Ken.
Oh, I hear you. I bet you was watching that too, man. That's the greatest World Series I ever saw, the Reds and Red Sox. Old Freddie Lynn and Carl Yastrzemski, Carlton Fisk for the Red Sox. Man, what a great World Series. The best one I've ever seen.
There goes the runner on a 2-2 count. Throw down to second, hits the pitcher's mound, and Reagan Tomlin steals second.
All right, so Tomlin now in scoring position. 2 outs. We need a 2-out hit here. Keep this inning going.
Pitch to Dixon, missed. Ball 4, Jacob Dixon draws a walk, and D.J. Dillahay will stride to the mound now.
Or a walk. We'll take that as well. Jordan Sheffield, or Jackson Sheffield's numbers tonight. He pitched .2 innings, 2 outs, 1 walk, gave up 3 hits, 7 runs, 3 hit batters.
That's a tough line. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Ball gets away from the catcher. Runners will advance. So now Dillahay has 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs and a 1-0 count.
Well, let's see. Sometimes, when your captain, when your head coach gets thrown out of a game, it fires the players up, gives them a little bit more juice and energy. Maybe that's just what the doctor ordered here for the Wildcats. Let's see. They can scratch out hit here and cut this 4-run lead in half to 2 right here.
Shelbyville with the camo hats tonight.
Yeah,
we like
cool.
the look.
Yeah, we do.
Dillahay. Drive to right field. It's deep. Is it foul? Yes. Into the Shelbyville bullpen. Count 1-1 on Dillahay.
Well, Dillahay, we've seen him this year, and he normally hits the ball to the left side, but he's went to the right side tonight. Ground ball second, E4 bobbled by the second baseman. Hit one to first. First baseman bobbled it. And he's been hit by a pitch.
Officially 0 for 0 tonight. Reached on 2 errors and a hit batter. There's a line shot down the third base line, foul in the Tullahoma bullpen. And Dillahay behind 1-2 now. 2 outs.
Certainly a very entertaining game from a fan standpoint tonight. Lots of runs.
If you like offense, mistakes, and hit batters, this is your kind of game.
And there have been some good hits in this game, but the pitching has been very suspect both sides. No doubt about it.
Dillahay takes that ball, 2-2 the count.
Tullahoma got 3, 4, and 5. Meat of the lineup here.
We'll have to eat dinner again pretty soon.
Yeah. Let's see if that concession stand's still open down there.
You think they're
Send for a burger run.
You think they're going to deliver? Called strike 3 on Dillahay.
Curveballed him.
Tullahoma strands a runner here in the bottom of the 5th. We move to the 6th with Shelbyville leading the Wildcats 13-9 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
You want to dance?
Check out Stingray Music on TV. Now available, the new Stingray Music mobile app, free with your TV subscription. Stingray Music, all good vibes.
Jaden Eggleston remains on the mound for Tullahoma. We move to the 6th inning with the Wildcats trailing Shelbyville 13-9 here on the Light Tube Sports Network. Leading off for the Golden Eagles is Logan Roberts. And Roberts grounds it back to Eggleston. Throw to first in time for out number 1.
We got their leadoff hitter out.
Rare.
Of an inning.
Caden Thomas will now step to the plate. Thomas, a real rarity, has been hit by a pitch all 3 plate appearances tonight. All 3 plate appearances. He got to have a bruise or 2. Now he's pitching.
Yeah. He has 3 for 3.
Eggleston, a little high, ball 1.
Well, Eggleston has done a nice job. The first time we've seen him this year, and he's kind of stabilized the pitching mound for the Cats, so to speak.
That one in the dirt.
Too soon. Falls behind. Is it 2-0? Yeah, 2-0, I believe the count. Our scorekeeper made a visit to the concession stand, so the balls and strikes are not up there for us.
Do you look at the scoreboard to know the balls and strikes?
Sometimes I do. Yes. Especially when I'm logging entries in the scorebook sometimes. Can lose count of it.
Well, as a coach, I would advise you to look at the umpire. He usually knows. 2-1 to count on Jaden, on Shelbyville's Logan Roberts. And that's strike 2.
Well, he's come back and good fastball there, high fastball, and Roberts could not lay off of it. Roberts had a sac bunt, ground out to second, which manufactured an RBI, base on balls, and ground out to the pitcher.
Eggleston delivers. There's a drive, bending foul.
Long foul ball.
So the count remains 2-2. With 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning.
I butchered that all up. I was calling out Robert stats. It's Caleb Thomas, and you're right. 3. You just said it. 3 hit by pitch. It's been a long game, partner.
Stick with me. We'll get you through it.
Yes, sir.
We'll get you to the meat grinder at 5:30 tomorrow.
Where was that at?
Off the plate. Full count. 3-2. The 3-2 count here.
3-2 count, 1 out. Thank you. The sun drops just showed up. Right on time.
You're in the money.
In the money.
There's a grounder down the first base line, just foul.
Well, are you sure? Is the umpire sure on that one now, Scott?
Well, he looked pretty confident there.
Did he look confident making that call? But he said, no, not again. Well, look at you. Thank you.
Tullahoma's Brian Morris, the head coach, was tossed in the last inning.
Yeah, a little bit of everything except
we
the home run tonight.
A little bit of everything. 1 out here, full count. Eggleston delivers. There's a drive. High center field. Joe Duncan calls everybody off, and Duncan makes the catch for out number 2.
Fly out 8. Officially.
And Marquise Wilson will bat for the Golden Eagles. Wilson is 1 for 3. He singled and scored in the 4th. Struck out in the 2nd.
Also has a stolen base tonight.
Eggleston in the dirt there. Do a little mound work.
So 24 runs scored last night. Tullahoma wins it 14-10. Tonight they trail 13-9.
But like you said, Eggleston has come in and sort of settled things down a little bit for the
Yes,
Wildcats. We'll see if he can get a scoreless inning here. Tullahoma with 6 more outs.
Three
Try
up,
to get a
three down.
District 8 AAA win here tonight.
Would be nice.
Eggleston a little high.
Their pitchers got us out a 3 up, 3 down tonight once, so let's see if we can return the favor.
And that is the only 3 up and 3 down inning.
Yes, it is.
In the game. Swung on and missed by Wilson. Had a nice cut, 2-1 to count. Swung on and missed. Foul tip by Wilson. So the count even at 2-2 with 2 outs, nobody on.
Wilson hanging tough.
The onions have arrived. Jaden Eggleston. There's a high pop center field. Duncan eases back about 10 steps, makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up and 3 down for Shelbyville. We head to the bottom of the 6th, 13-9 Golden Eagles on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority now has a branch at 501 West Lincoln Street. The drive-through only branch located in the old Citizens Tri-County Bank will be open on utility and light tube bill due dates and the day before and after a TUA observed holiday. Check a complete list of dates at tullahomautilities.com.
Leading off for Tullahoma here in the bottom of the 6th inning is Brody Melton. Melton started the game on the mound tonight and has moved over to third base. Tullahoma trails 13-9. Caden Thomas on the hill for the Golden Eagles. His first pitch outside, ball 1.
Travis Sheffield replaces head coach Brian Morse in the third base box as Coach Morse was ejected for arguing a call.
Melton officially 0 for 0. He's 2 walks and been hit by a pitch. So no official at bats for Brody. There's a lot of that tonight. 2-0 the count on Tullahoma's cleanup hitter. Melton going to make Thomas throw a strike, and he does.
Well, just, reading the body language of this this third pitcher, both teams have used 3 pitchers tonight. This young man seems pretty confident out there right now.
Melton gives it a rip.
He's coming after the Tullahoma hitters.
2-2 the count.
Is Caden Thomas. Started out this game at third base.
Thomas stumbled off the mound before throwing the 2-2 pitch, but nobody on base, so it counts as a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Just kind of tripped in his windup and just held the ball.
Well, everybody's been digging at that mound since the JV game where it took a beating. 3-2 pitch. Hit Brody Melton, so Brody has been hit twice tonight, and he'll trot down to first base. The 10th hit batter of the game.
Well, we did reach double digits, didn't we?
We did.
10 hit batters.
So Jaron Morris will step to the plate. Morris tonight is 0 for 2. Grounded out. Had a sacrifice bunt. Got a couple of RBIs.
Well, wouldn't it be poetic justice if we can scratch back into this game with base on balls and hit batters?
It would be.
So him tripping up on the mound, on that last batter, that would, of course, would have been a balk had runners been on base, and they would have got to advance 1 base all the way around.
Caden Thomas wants a new baseball and gets one. Morris steps back in. The count, no balls and 1 strike. There's a base hit between short and third. And Tullahoma's got a little something going
They
here in
sure
the bottom
do.
of the 6th inning, with Melton at second, Morris at first, and Duncan stepping to the plate.
Good speed on the bases. Duncan is 1 for 3. He struck out his first 2 times up and had an RBI single back in the 4th.
Catcher coming in, number 6, James Sells.
Sales will run for Morris. Yeah, you catch a game this long, you need a pinch runner.
No doubt.
See if Joe Duncan can get hold of one here and pull Tullahoma within 1. The Wildcats are running out of outs here. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Duncan squares the bunt, fouls it away.
He's upset at himself there. He trying to push it down the third base line, and that's where he went on his last hit. He slapped a single through the left side to left field his last time up.
Joe 1 for 3 tonight.
Sheffield calling the signals. Morris has his hands in his pocket, so it's all Travis Sheffield right now on whether he's going to bunt, hit, or what's going to happen here on this play with this batter.
Bunt, back to the pitcher, throws to third, not in time. Not in time.
Wow.
So that's an infield hit for Tullahoma's Joe Duncan.
Beautiful bunt. You know, bunts have been critical tonight in this game, and so the pitcher made a great play. You know, he came off the right side of the mound, third base side, fielded the ball with his bare hand, made a quick throw to third, but just good speed there. Brody Melton beats the throw to third just by a little bit. So bases juiced, nobody out.
Colton Emery at bat for the Wildcats. Emery tonight is 1 for 3, grounded out, flied out. Had a single in the 4th inning, stole a base, and scored a run. Tullahoma trying to scratch back in it, bases loaded, and nobody out. We've said that a lot tonight. And there is a base hit. 1 run is in. And the bases remain full, so an RBI single for Colton Emery. And Reagan Tomlin steps back in for the Wildcats. With the bases loaded, nobody out.
Tullahoma freshman delivers. There's an RBI single to left, just under the glove of the third baseman. A diving attempt.
That was
fails.
A seeing eye single.
Sure was.
So Reagan Tomlin steps in, the left-handed batter with the bases loaded. Tullahoma down by 3. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bunt down the third base line, beautiful bunt. And it rolls foul. Great play by the third baseman, Parker, to let that ball roll, Ken. It landed 5 or 6 feet inbounds, but he saw the spin on it, and he knew it was going to go foul.
Yeah, that ball carried a long way fair, down 3/4 of the third base line before finally it went foul, because at that point it was either going to be a base hit or foul ball. So he really had he made the smart move there just to let it go. Great bunt attempt
for Reagan Tomlin.
Sure was.
So he'll step back in with an 0-1 count. Thomas delivers. Swung on and missed, strike 2.
Boy, big swing there. So he goes from bunt to swing for a grand slam on that swing.
Chase those infielders back a little bit. Put a little fear in them.
Yeah, that first baseman, he took a big gulp on that one. Man, I'm glad he didn't hit that. I felt the air from over here.
Nobody wants to charge when the batter's swinging away. 0-2 the count on Reagan Tomlin. Thomas delivers. Swung on and missed. He struck him out.
Came with a fastball down and in. Get the strikeout swinging. So, aggressive swings there by Tomlin. Certainly you want to put the ball in play right there, but at least he didn't go down looking. So aggressive swings there by the young man. Let's see if he can get picked up by his brother right here, Evan Tomlin.
Runners fill the bases with 1 out. Evan is 1 for 3 tonight. Lined out, struck out, and singled and scored and drove in a run in the 4th inning.
13-10, 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Tullahoma trails it. They won 14-10 last night. major threat here. You certainly don't want to wait to get down to the last inning. We need to catch them this inning right here.
And there is a shot down the third base line, foul.
Let's see where he's at. He lined out to left, right down the line the first time up, singled to left, and struck out. So reading by his batting chart tonight where he's spraying the ball, he's a pull hitter, but that left fielder's giving a lot of that line up.
Really is. Curveball missed. 2-1 the count.
Got good patience right there by the freshman to lay off that pitch. That came in there enticing. Slow curveball at the letters. He did not offer at it. 2-1 out. Bases juiced here. Tullahoma trails it 13-10. Freshman Evan Tomlin at the plate. He fouls it out of play. The count is squared now. 2-2, 1 out. If you just joined us, head coach Brian Morris ejected from the game for arguing a call last inning. Travis Sheffield takes over as the third base coach. Ricky Morris on first.
Swung on and missed by Evan Tomlin. So 2 straight strikeouts for Caden Thomas. And Tullahoma down to Jaden Eggleston with 2 outs and the bases loaded.
Well, Eggleston, if you remember last inning, hit that mystery ball to center field. You know, we're still trying to figure out if it was caught or dropped.
Curveball. Way outside, called strike.
It was. Tough call right there. Drop down 0-1, curve on the outside corner. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Like to see Jaden go opposite field here.
Defense back now with 2 outs, bases loaded.
Inside, gets away from the catcher, but not quite far enough. 13-10 Shelbyville, bottom of the 6th inning as we head toward our head towards our 4th hour of baseball here. Inch toward 9 o'clock Central Time here in beautiful Tullahoma, Tennessee. Pitch is outside, 2-1.
Well, good job there by the catcher to drop to his shin guards and stop that pitch. It was way outside on that one.
Well, these catchers got to be worn out, you know.
Oh, no doubt. They've caught a lot of pitches tonight, both sides. Both teams have used 3 pitchers tonight. We've had 10 hit batters.
I bet there's been 150 pitches thrown by each. The umpire's ready to go home, I can tell you that. That ball was at least 6 inches outside. 2-2 the count on Eggleston. He's going to have to swing. And he does. Pops it right back up this way.
Tullahoma Jr. hanging tough here. Pressure situation for the young man, can help himself out. You know, if Tullahoma can come back and win this game, come out win this game, then Eggleston could get the victory. He's done a pretty good job pitching tonight so far.
See if he can help himself.
That's the 3rd Wildcat hurdler.
Eggleston hanging tough, battling in there, fouls it back. It's tough to sit on the bench for 2.5 hours.
You're right, yes.
And come in and pitch is one thing, but come in and bat.
Well, he got good aluminum, good metal on the ball his first time up. And so 2-2, he's fouled off 2 pitches. Hanging tough here. Let's see if the pitcher, Thomas here, umpire saying I'm out of balls. I'm shaking my head sideways. Baseball's out of play, young man. You're not going to get another baseball.
But he did.
He sure did. He worked his way into that one, didn't he?
From his dugout.
Now he's going to throw that one in.
Umpire says, let me take a look at that. You got a little grease on that thing?
This may be a little workmanship by the pitcher to freeze the batter here on 2-2. He's got 1 pitch to play with here. Got to believe he's going to work the outside part of the plate, maybe with a curveball here. 2-2 with the bases loaded. Let's see what he throws.
And Eggleston gets it in front of it just a little bit, fouls it out of play. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I guess curveball, it was fastball. Go figure.
Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, who would have thunk it? Well, here we go.
Let's do it again. Bases loaded for the Wildcats. Eggleston again fouls it. He's just a little bit out in front of that ball. He has got getting the timing down.
He sure is. And it's interesting, too, because normally you hit 2 hard shots down the left field line. The left fielder would adjust, maybe move 5, 6 feet. He's not budged. And that's surprising. If I was the Shelbyville coach, I would move him over towards the line there because Eggleston may find it here on this third time around.
2-2 pitch.
Balk.
And Thomas balked. So that will score a run for the Wildcats as the lead runner scores. That's Morris. And so the balk makes it 13-11. And Duncan moves up to third. And Emery moves up to second.
Oh, yeah, okay, here we go. Sorry.
And Eggleston remains with a 2-2 count. 13-11, Shelbyville. So now we've seen everything but a home run.
Yeah, that's his second balk of the game. His first one, nobody was on base.
Pitch is way outside. 3-2 the count on Jaden Eggleston.
Well, that was that curveball I thought we was going to see 2 pitches ago, but it was way outside.
And now we're going to get some conversation between Shelbyville's head coach and the umpire. Just a short conversation. Probably talking about the restaurant they had planned for dinner closes at 9, so they're not going to make it.
So Tullahoma already with 3 singles in the inning, a hit batter, and 2 strikeouts, and a balk.
Way outside by Thomas, and Eggleston draws a walk. That was a nice at bat from junior Jaden Eggleston.
It sure was. Boy, them foul balls kept it alive, didn't it? You know, the balk forced him into a balk.
Yeah.
Now you got 2, 3, 4 coming up.
Got the heart of Tullahoma's order. Jacob Dixon with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Wildcats trail 13-11. You wanted your 24 runs, Ken. You got them, but we need 27.
Yeah, and
we
so
need 27.
They've cut the lead in half, 13-9 entering the inning. They've got 2 in, bases loaded, 2 outs.
First pitch, ball 1, gets away from the catcher, not far enough. Duncan is at third, so good speed there. Emery at second, and Eggleston at first.
Dixon's lined out to center, sharp double to left, ground out to second, and base on balls. So he's 1 for 3 with a double.
Check swing Dixon, called strike, 1-1.
Well, I believe, just based on, I've seen this guy 3 times. If throughout this whole lineup, as far as a contact hitter, this is who I would want up right now and tell him the situation. Hits a ball in the nose. Good contact hitter.
And he hits it high down the first base line. Calling for it, caught by the first baseman. We move to the 7th. Shelbyville 13, Tullahoma 11. This is the Light Tube Sports Network.
Never miss your favorite shows again. For an additional $12 a month, along with your digital television service, Light Tube Cloud DVR lets you record up to 8 programs at the same time. Receive 500 gigabytes of cloud storage and whole home DVR. Call TUA Customer Service to add Light Tube Cloud DVR to your digital television service today at 455-4515.
We're back at Grider Stadium. We're in the top of the 7th inning. 24 runs on the scoreboard. 13-11. Shelbyville leads Tullahoma. Jaden Eggleston on the mound for Tullahoma. He's done a nice job in relief. Brody Melton started for the Wildcats. Jackson Sheffield was the second pitcher in tonight. Now Eggleston the third. Leading off in the top of the 7th with a 2-run lead for the Golden Eagles is Aiden Edwards. He's grounded out to the pitcher, grounded out to short, had a sac fly to right field, and reached on an error by the right fielder. And that ball bounces right off the top of the press box. Mr. Banks says, thank goodness we have a roof over us, or that would hit me right in the head. Lots of runs. Man, that's 24 runs in both games of this series. Tullahoma won at Shelbyville last night 14-10. They lead it they trail it 13-11 with 1 inning to go here tonight. Eggleston's pitch is low. Count is even at 2-2 to the Golden Eagle leadoff hitter Aiden Edwards, the Shelbyville shortstop. It's a ground ball to second base. Ball's bobbled. Throw is late. It's going to be E on Tullahoma second baseman DJ Dillahay. So leadoff runner reaches once again here for the Golden Eagles here to lead off the 7th inning. As the error will be charged to the Tullahoma second baseman. That brings up Rain Sims. He has 3 hits tonight in 4 plate appearances. He has 3 singles and a strikeout.
I almost got hit out there.
Yeah, that ball, man, it hit right above us, didn't it? That got you, didn't it?
That got me. Had to breathe some of that nice, cool Tullahoma air. Ball gets away from Morris, and runner goes to second.
That's going to be charged a wild pitch to Eggleston. So, not Tullahoma's best game from the mound or defensively tonight. They've made several errors, hit a bunch of batters, scored 11 runs. You ought to win if you score 11, but too many mistakes tonight.
Eggleston pitch lined into center field. Duncan playing him perfectly. Quick throw to second, not in time. 1 out here in the top of the 7th.
Line out 8 to the Tullahoma center fielder, Duncan. I tell you what, he does a good job out there patrolling that outfield in center field for Tullahoma. He's played well.
Good center field, got good speed. He sees the ball off the bat well.
You're right. He reads the ball well off the bat, and
Parker steps
does a good
up.
job out there.
He is 3 for 3 tonight, 3 singles, and hit by a pitch. He fouls it back this way. So Eggleston ahead 0-1.
Eggleston pitching to contact, throwing strikes. That's what you want. Down by 2 in the last inning, you can't allow any more runs. So this is big. You don't want to go into any further deficit.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
And Parker waved at that one. He was
Chased
fooled.
it.
Sure was. Outside off-speed pitch fooled him.
Oh, 0-2 the count on Parker. Just missed.
Well, you're reading Eggleston's body language out there. He wanted a strike 3 call on that one, just off the plate, according to the home plate umpire.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Parker waggling that bat.
1 out here in the top of the 7th. High and tight, 2-2 the count. So we passed the 3-hour mark on this baseball game. Tullahoma trails Shelbyville 13-11 in the top of the 7th. Eggleston's pitch high, full count.
You're right, Jerron Morris. He's got to be approaching 200 pitches back there, and then he's hope he's got a hot tub at his house.
I bet there's been 300 pitches thrown here tonight. And there is a line shot just foul down the third base line.
Count remains full.
Wonder how many full counts we've had.
No. A plethora. My friend, a plethora.
Or a plethora.
Yeah. Some activity. Shelbyville has a lefty up in the bullpen right now.
Eggleston's pitch outside. He walked him. So Parker walks, and the cleanup batter, Griffin Mulder,
Yeah.
Kevin Mulder will step to the plate.
Next up at bat for Shelbyville, number 14, Caleb Moulter.
I said Kevin. It's Caleb.
Mulder was the second pitcher that came in the side armor.
Now playing first, I think.
To relieve A.J. Parker. So they've thrown 3 guys as we have.
Eggleston's pitch misses. Ball 1.
0 activity in the Tullahoma bullpen.
Now it's Jaden's game to finish. There's 1 out, runners at first and second, and a 1-0 count on Mulder.
Here comes Sheffield for a mound visit.
So I said it was Jaden's game to finish, and I was wrong. It will be Tomlin's game to finish, as Eggleston will head to left field. And we'll get a pitching change. Tullahoma trails Shelbyville 13-11. You're watching the Light Tube Sports Network.
Tell your mama, tell your pa, tell your sister, tell your dog, alright? We gotta get it together, together. I'm crazy for you, I'm so crazy for you, alright? I'm crazy for you, I'm so crazy for you, alright? I'm sick of feeling blue, I'm crazy for you, I'm so crazy for you, alright?
So Evan Tomlin in to pitch for the Wildcats as he faces Mulder. First pitch of ball. Runners at first and second. 1 out. Top of the 7th. Shelbyville leads 13-11. Evan Tomlin, the freshman. And there is a high pop out the first base line. Caught by Emery. Runner goes to third, and he is out.
Wow.
What a great throw by Colton Emery from first base. Great tag by Brody Melton. You got to go get them, Wildcats. The bottom of the 7th, Shelbyville leads 13-11 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Did you know that Tullahoma Utilities Authority has a solar farm right here in Tullahoma? For as little as $4 a month, you can support solar energy production and breathe a little easier, knowing you're taking positive action to reduce your carbon footprint. Call 455-4515.
Well, the Cats have their chances here in the bottom of the 7th inning, trailing 13-11. Along with Ken Keller and Chris Barstad, I'm Scott Shasteen. Tullahoma, the heart of the order here, DJ Dillahay, Brody Melton, and Jaron Morris.
Well, 3, 4, and 5, and we got a sterling defensive play to end the top of the 7th as Colton Emery caught a ball in foul territory and gunned a runner trying to tag from second to third. As you said, Melton put a tag on, so it was a catch, throw him out at third. Double play, Tullahoma fired up, high fives, abounded. Maybe they can rally here.
Yeah, let's see if that adrenaline can carry over at the plate. Colton, Caden Thomas in his 3rd inning of work here. And Dillahay lines a shot foul. 1-1 to count.
Shelbyville left fielder giving up lots of line in left field.
Both right and left, just
I'm
all
shocked.
kinds of room.
Yeah, normally in the later innings you shade the lines a little bit.
And there's a drive way back. That ball is out of here. DJ Dillahay homers to left field. That ball barely cleared the fence, and Tullahoma's pulled within 1.
Well, Dillahay crushes it, and you talk about fired up. Tullahoma gets a double play. Their coach has been ejected from this game. They're trying to win it for head coach Brian Morris. It's a 13-12 ball game. They were down 13-9 a couple innings ago, and here comes the Shelbyville head coach out to the mound as he holds on to a precarious 1-run lead here after that solo bomb by DJ Dillahay.
Leaves Thomas in or not. Well,
we just talked about the only thing was missing from this game was a home run. There it was. We've seen, folks, watch the replay of this game. I'm telling you, anything that you can imagine ever going on in a baseball game has happened here tonight. We've had safety squeezes. We've had balks. We've had hit batters, home runs, double, single, triples, everything.
And now we've got a pitching change. Shelbyville makes the pitching change. Tullahoma trails by 1. We'll be back on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority Light Tube Fiber Internet offers true gigabit service to our customers. We pride ourselves on speed, but the backbone of that speed is local tech support, unmatched customer service, and professional service technicians. To sign up, call 455-4515 to gain the reassurance of Light Tube reliability.
So new pitcher for the Golden Eagles. Tullahoma trails by 1. Bottom of the 7th inning, nobody out. Brody Melton steps to the plate.
Golden Eagles bring a southpaw into the game. Look like he has a pretty sharp breaking curveball. Not a whole lot of velocity.
Logan Roberts. Melton swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Both teams now on their 4th pitcher. Melton has walked, been hit by a pitch twice, so he's reached base free all night long. 4 times.
Another outside pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 2. Brody a little anxious up there.
Yeah. 2 pitches way out of the strike zone. Coach Sheffield's going to talk to him and say, hey, got 2 strikes. Guard the plate, but don't get too aggressive. Make it be close. Don't go fishing. He's probably going to see that curveball here.
Morris on deck. Duncan in the hole.
Unless he throws him a fastball foot outside again. Mace try to stay back out there.
0-2 pitch. There's a shot to center field. Caught for out number 1. So Melton lines to center. And Jaron Morris will step to the plate for the Wildcats. Tullahoma 2 more outs here.
Wildcats, number 27, Jaron Morris.
Morris to the plate for his 5th at-bat of the game.
Morris is grounded out. Sacrifice bunt. Grounded out. Single. Scored a run. Driven in 2 runs. There's a runner at first. Tullahoma's 1 home run away from a walk-off win here. Shelbyville more action in the bullpen.
Need a home run or a base runner, any means necessary.
No, it's another batter's box.
Pitch caught the outside corner, allegedly. You used that word earlier. I thought that would
fit perfectly.
Yeah.
Fouled away. 1-2 the count on the freshman Morris.
Golden Eagle pitcher does a good job here in a pressure situation. Getting Brody to line out. Now has a 1-2 count on the batter.
Morris battling in there. Fouls another one away.
Throwing strikes. That looked like a fastball. 1-2. Way ahead. May throw a curve here. This curve looked good in warm-ups. Sharp breaking curveball. There it is. Lifted high.
A little bit high, 2-2 the count on Jaron Morris. Well, for fans that paid tonight, they got their money's worth.
No doubt.
Way outside, full count on Morris. Tullahoma needs a base runner. With Duncan on deck, Emery in the hole.
Morris hanging tough, working himself back from a 1-2 count. Now it's full.
And that's inside ball 4. And the Wildcats have got a base runner here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Dillahay homered. And now Jaron Morris will get pinch run for by James Sells.
On number 6, the Tullahoma senior James Sells comes in.
Joe Duncan steps to the plate.
Tullahoma catcher going to get a little rest.
He's earned it. See if Duncan can get hold of one here.
I'd say it's interesting what you do here. You got to have the runner in scoring position. Do you bunt him over and give up the out?
No.
I don't think you do. The outs are too precious at this point. Only 2 left in the game. You're down by 1.
Interesting, the center fielder shading the left-handed batting Duncan to left field. High ball 1.
Well, all of a sudden, the Bedford County Shelbyville pitcher having command issues of his own.
Mustard attack you there, partner?
I think it did. The mustard monster got me.
Outside, ball 2.
That pitch looked pretty close.
Nah, missed way outside.
Yeah, 2-0, 1 out. Good speed on first, and James Sales, the tying run.
Caught the inside corner, strike 1.
The Tullahoma dugout making lots of noise at this point, as would be expected.
13-12. Shelbyville leads Tullahoma, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. There's a nice bunt down the third base line, and it is bobbled by the third baseman. Here comes the runner to third. Its ball is bobbled. Runner coming home. He will score. This game is tied. James Sells scores from second on the bunt.
Well, that's what a senior runner does for you there. He just rounded the bag at second on the bunt. No, the third baseman broke in to field the bunt. Nobody covering third. Sells never broke stride. Takes third. The ball's thrown away, trying to get him there. And we have a tie game.
Joe Duncan with a beautiful bunt. We're tied at 13.
That's going to be a single or a bunt. That's going to be a bunt. You score that as a bunt, and then an error on the throw. I believe the catcher picked it up and tried to throw it back to third. So throwing error there, and Sales scores from third.
Runner on second. Colton Emery takes a cut at it, hits it foul, out of play. So we're tied at 13 here in the 7th. Tullahoma with a chance to win it. A runner in scoring position, only 1 out.
(13-13).
Wow, 26 runs tonight, 24 last night. I'm not a math major, but that's 50 runs in 2 games.
Couple football scores.
Here's the pitch, swung on and missed by Emery. Runner goes to third. He is safe. So Duncan steals third, and now Tullahoma's a wild pitch or a pass ball away from winning. Now how about your suicide bunt?
Yeah, you got to, let's see, I don't know how good Emery can bunt. He's grounded out to second.
Well, 0-2 counts. So
yeah, no, the bunt will be off.
likely.
No, not likely.
Infield playing in, obviously, try to get the runner at home plate, but he won't go unless he has to. And Emery steps out of the box.
Well, those 9 ways come into play here.
Yeah, they
How
do.
about a sac fly? Look how shallow the outfield is. You get it of any appreciable depth, then you got a sac fly.
Swung on and missed. He struck him out. So Colton Emery goes down on strikes, and Tullahoma's down to its last out. We've got free baseball here at Grider Stadium.
Next up to bat for Tullahoma.
It's all up to Reagan Tomlin.
Reagan Tomlin.
Tomlin is 1 for 3 tonight with a single, hit by a pitch, a ground out, and a strikeout.
Lefty on lefty. Pass ball, wild pitch, balk.
Squeeze bunt.
Squeeze bunt, base hit, home run, hit by pitch. No, hit by pitch don't score him. But
How about a squeeze bunt down the first
Squeeze
base
bunt.
line?
yeah, look how far back that first baseman is.
There he goes. Missed it.
Oh,
Tomlin
wow.
turned to bunt, missed it, strike 1.
Now, even with the squeeze here, it doesn't matter if the runner scores before they throw the out at first. The force play's still on first. So, in this situation, if you do squeeze, the runner crosses, you still have the opportunity to get the out at first, and that run will be wiped off the board.
0-1 the count on Tomlin. He missed it. 0-2 the count. Tullahoma down to its last strike.
Yeah, foul tip right there. So 0-2, pitcher's way ahead. You know, Tullahoma got a very heady base runner on third base, so you hope for maybe a wild pitch. Also, a swinging strike three that goes to the backstop is in play as well.
Here's a drive. Right field. It is foul by about 3 feet. Reagan Tomlin 3 feet away from ending this ball game.
Well, I tell you what, I really like these Tomlin brothers. They're gamers, man. You know, we've seen them on the football field, but they've been really good contributors. Now, both of them have singled tonight and scored.
0-2 the count on Reagan Tomlin. Tied at 13 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Tullahoma and Shelbyville, another classic battle. And there's a high pop to right field. Second baseman drifts back, makes the catch, and we've got free baseball at Grider Stadium. We've played 7. Tullahoma and Shelbyville are tied at 13 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
You want to dance?
Check out Stingray Music on TV. Now available, the new Stingray Music mobile app. Free with your TV subscription. Stingray Music, all good vibes.
We move to the top of the 8th. Evan Tomlin still on the mound for the Wildcats. He will face Hunter Wilhelm, Brady O'Neill, and Logan Roberts.
Free baseball indeed. As the temperature drops at Grider Stadium, we might be around for the snowflakes that come tomorrow, Scott. The way this game's going.
Hunter Williams, the catcher for Shelbyville. He is 2 for 3. A single and a triple. Scored a run, stole a base, got hit by a pitch, and grounded out to first.
On both these pitches, this is the pitcher of record now for Tullahoma. Jackson Sheffield off the hook as his team has rebounded from a 13-9 deficit to tie this up, force it into extra innings.
Evan Tomlin quickly ahead 0-2 on Wilhelm. Swung on and missed. He struck him out.
Well, Tomlin looks confident out there right now. Blew him away on that at bat.
1 out, nobody on. And Brady O'Neill will step to the plate. He has been a thorn in the side of the Cats. A couple of doubles, hit by a pitch, and a fly out to left field.
Well, in Wilhelm, that was a critical strikeout, man. He had tripled and singled, had 2 RBIs, a stolen base, and scored 2 runs. So that guy's caused some damage tonight. Big strikeout to lead the inning off.
That one gets away from Morris. Ball 1.
Well, Tomlin working quick. You know, these guys have been out here 3.5 hours now. And, you know, it's a common theme. You want your pitchers to work fast and throw lots of strikes. And hopefully he can do that tonight.
None really have.
None really have.
Although Eggleston gave an outstanding performance. Tomlin delivers high, ball 2.
So young Tomlin is a freshman. This is Reagan is the junior, Evan the freshman. He's showing lots of courage out there in this 13-13 district battle.
Fastball grounded to third. Melton can't quite scoop it up. Shortstop does. Throw not in time. And with 1 out, Shelbyville's got a base runner.
Well, that's Jacob Dixon has moved over to shortstop. He's been all over the place tonight. Started the game in right field, was in left field earlier, now at shortstop. And that's an infield single for Brady O'Neill. That's his 3rd hit of the game.
Logan Roberts will bat now. He is now the pitcher for Shelbyville. Left-handed batter.
May see a bunt here.
Roberts swinging away, fouls it back.
Kind of surprised. No, maybe not. You've got to strike out to start the inning with 1 out now, so I'm not too surprised. You know, we definitely with no outs here, you do. Boy, it's getting late. We've been here forever. Losing count of outs. With no outs, you certainly sack him over. But not here with 1, I don't believe.
There goes the runner, swing and a miss. Beautiful throw down to second. He got him. He got him, tagged him on the back. Shelbyville runner says there's no way he did not tag me. But there's 2 outs in the inning now, nobody on base.
Shelbyville runner takes his helmet off, throws both hands in the air, arguing that he didn't get tagged. But that umpire's a lot closer than we are.
Yeah, and that's a lot typical of the umpire out in the field tonight because I believe the Shelbyville runner.
Yeah.
I believe he didn't get tagged.
Yeah, he made a good slide there. He to the corner of the bag, away from it, and did kind of a little hook slide there around the bag. And but it was an excellent throw by the Telema catcher. The throw definitely beat him there, so it appeared to be out. We don't know if it was tagged or not, but it's going to stand.
We will take it.
We'll take
2 down, nobody on, 1-2 the count now on Logan Roberts. Just a bit outside.
Well, Shelbyville coach aggressive on that one, so the base runner erased on the steal attempt. Changes the complexion of the inning big time.
Evan Tomlin, 2-2 count. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Tullahoma with a chance to win it. We go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 13 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority now has a branch at 501 West Lincoln Street. The drive-through only branch located in the old Citizens Tri-County Bank will be open on utility and light tube bill due dates and the day before and after a TUA observed holiday. Check a complete list of dates at tullahomautilities.com.
We move to the bottom of the 8th inning. Shelbyville and Tullahoma are tied at 13. The Wildcats just need a run to win this thing, and they'll have Evan Tomlin, Jackson Sheffield, and Jacob Dixon batting.
Well, they won 14-10 last night. It's going to take 14 runs to win it again and cap out a sweep here for the good guys, hopefully.
Logan Roberts remains on the mound for Shelbyville. Left-hander, did a nice job in the last inning.
Well, how about the last 2 Tullahoma pitchers, Eggleston and Tomlin, getting the job done on the mound for the Wildcats, holding this 13-9 lead, and Tullahoma scratched out 2 runs the last couple innings to tie this thing up. They just need 1.
Let's see if Tomlin can just win it for himself with a long ball here. Chicks dig the long ball.
Well, if we can get the 4th batter up, we'll get Dillahay back up, and he jacked 1 out last time, so it's possible.
We know Evan hit 1 out last night.
Yeah, that's right.
Shelbyville Stadium is not quite as deep as Tullahoma's.
He's had a couple good nights. Has an RBI single tonight. Doing a good job on the mound. Freshman doing a good job.
Tomlin steps to the plate. Roberts delivers. Outside, ball 1. Wildcats just need a base runner. I think they've proven they can steal second.
Well, these Shelbyville outfielders playing like it's a runner on third on a sac fly situation. Look how shallow they are, especially on the corners and left and right. This guy hit a home run last night. They're playing him Little League depth out here on the corners.
1-1 the count.
They look at about 240 out there. Center fielder's backed up, but not the other 2.
Pitcher catches the inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tomlin.
As I take another swig of my sun drop.
Tomlin fouls it back. Had a little more accuracy on it. Jeff Banks would have made a great catch.
Now 3 hours and 35 minutes into this contest.
Ken's on his 4th sun drop.
Promoting Prescott Bottling Company tonight at Grider Stadium.
Tomlin fouls it back this way again. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'm nursing this bottle of water because I know what water does.
Yeah.
There's a shot right back up the middle. Base hit for Evan Tomlin, and the Wildcats have got the leadoff runner on here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Now the leadoff hitter, Jackson Sheffield, will step to the plate. Sheffield had a triple, and he's walked 3 times, so Jackson officially 1 for 2.
And so Eggleston batted the last 2 times up. He flied out to center and drew a base on balls.
That's
1,
right.
2, 3,
now
4,
Jackson
5.
back in the game to hit. Mm-hmm. Tomlin leads off first. Throw over by the left-hander.
Yeah,
Roberts.
I mean, I'm going to tell you, these it's especially tough being on first base against a left-hander because, you know, you got to really watch their front foot, but they're a lot harder to read than the right-handers, obviously. I remember playing Babe Ruth baseball, and Terry Underwood picked me off one time for Dr. Pepper. He's a lefty.
Sheffield bunts it back to the pitcher. Pitcher throws to first in time. The sacrifice bunt is successful for Jackson Sheffield, and the Wildcats have a runner at second with 1 out for Jacob Dixon.
Well done. You know, both teams have bunted the ball well and sacrificed runners, so that's what you do right there. You got nobody out. You bunt the run over to second, get him in scoring position, and bring your 2-3 hitters up, Jacob Dixon and DJ Dillahay.
Dixon 1 for 4 tonight with a double, scored a run, drove in a run in the 3rd inning.
And Tullahoma now with an opportunity to win this game with a base hit to the outfield. The outfielders have to bring the ball home for a play at the plate.
Tomlin, the runner at second, excellent speed.
Dixon does have a double tonight. He's put the ball in play every time except for the 1 walk he had. Definitely a contact hitter.
And there is a base hit right field. Here comes Tomlin. Here comes the throw. Tomlin's going to score. Tullahoma wins it on a single by Jacob Dixon, driving in Evan Tomlin. And the Wildcats come from behind, trailing at one point 13-9. The Wildcats score the last 5 innings of the ball game and beat Shelbyville. You can wrap this one in cardinal and black.
Unbelievable.
The winning pitcher is Evan Tomlin. The winning hit, Jacob Dixon. That's a final in this District 8 AAA contest. What an exciting game. Watch the replay on LightTube Channel 23 in the next week or 2. Your final score, Tullahoma 14, Shelbyville 13. For producer Chris Barstad and Ken Keller, I'm Scott Chasteen. Be good to each other.